And we are live.
Rumble.
What up, stream? Welcome. Quarantine stream day 69. We got the stream team here. We got Big Corey Hosberg. We got Hurt. We got Dan. We even got John today. Welcome.
Man, John, we missed you yesterday, but we did get a glimpse of you doing something in your cars, wiring and Indian burning everything in your car. What are you doing?
Rewiring the Suburban, shooting an episode, all that stuff. So coming along.
Suburban, eh? You're working on the Suburban.
Yeah, man. That's a fun vehicle. I really enjoy it. It's gonna be like I drag the kids to school. Well, when they were going to school, obviously now they stay home on a computer and go to school. But yeah, it's a cruise around town, take the kids to school, go to the hardware store.
Drive shaft falls out of it, you know.
Not fix that. Broke that right away.
Put some mud boggers on it, John. Raise it up. Go airborne. Let's go tough truck it. Let's go jump it. Let's go do some burnies. Let's go pick up some six. Dude, like, I see why you're getting the wiring done because it is time to go hit some bogs, boys.
We gotta go hog them bogs. Speaking of Florida things,
guys,
we got the Florida man himself on the stream today. Cletus coming on here in about 15 minutes. We're stoked. We get to catch up with how things are going down there in Tiger Country. It's going to be good.
It sounds like he is live on the ground at the Freedom Factory getting ready for an event coming up, which I'm sure some of you guys are very aware of. So he's going to give us a little behind the scenes, maybe even rip a little skid. And Cletus McFarland will be on very soon. And also, we're to test Cletus's knowledge on a few things. We're going to play a couple fun games with Cletus on the horn. So if you guys can get some yee-yees in chat here, we got to get Cletus on the horn just in a minute.
Some yee-yees?
Yee-yee! Yee-yee!
You going full yee-yee today?
That's the call of his people, right? Yee-yee! I saw it earlier in chat. Everybody was dropping yee-yees in chat, so I was just assuming that was fire back now. Get some yee-yees. There it is. There it is. Chat just throwing in the yee-yees. Oh, my God. Look at this. Not only that, guys, before we get rolling this, you guys know the deal. We got to thank Falcon Tire because Falcon Tire's giving us a platform to do these live streams, to take you guys on a virtual vacation all the way to Cletusville, but also give you guys a little bit in look behind the scenes on what we're doing here on the live. As often as we possibly can at noon Pacific Standard Time. So Falcon Tires, check them out on Instagram. Yee!
So speaking of Falcon Tires,
yeah.
This is
boy.
This is 2012. Okay, this is the Freedom Factory before it was the Freedom Factory.
What was it called? It was called
the Soto
Raceway.
So this is 2012 or 2011. I think 2012. You see the Falcons on the front.
Ooh. Are you going to hit play on this bad boy? Are we going to see little?
Also, but
Hurt you. So you've driven at this track before?
Yeah, your boy gave it some beans.
And what did you think? Did you run the bank? Did you run the tippity top?
No, I wasn't manly enough for that.
So you were running the bottom.
Yeah. Just doing the little infield.
It looks cool though.
Look at that, dude. LS, right? LS at this time still fresh paint. Yeah. Fenders already knocked off of it.
Still on the muffler right there.
The infield was the infield pretty narrow. It just looked like there was a lot of. It was a very narrow infield section of drift.
No,
can you get a couple cars through there?
Yeah, they used to run trains.
Yeah. Damn, look at Hurt Poppy just throwing down at the factory right now. See, that's the thing is, if we ever go there, Hurt already got a pregame on us. He already got the practice, dude.
It's a completely different place now, man. Cletus is fully amped it up.
Yeah, he's bringing in tractor trailers, tearing up the asphalt, repaving, getting ready, getting the burnout pit.
By the way, actually, I got a question. Chat, let us know. You know what? Would you like to see us doing our renovations at the shop once we can finally do it again? Is that something you guys are interested in? You guys like to see the behind the scenes stuff of like how we build this crap?
What we should
rock and roll.
What we should also, or what should we add to the donut garage? Because what we should do is add like a little skate park in the back, some rails, some ramps, maybe some BMX ramps.
Shower, actual clean bathrooms would be nice.
A little barracks.
Dude, I'll get on my little Huffy Road Rat bicycle and hit a double jump, do a little tail whip on you guys.
Bunk beds would be sweet.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I'm seeing a lot of yeses.
Well, that's the thing is if we can't do things outside, why don't we just do things inside?
Yeah.
Set up. Obviously, you can keep one side fab shop, build shop, and then one portion. We hurt ourselves.
I think we need
danger
ventilation
zone
fans because the ventilation fans used to work. They're really old, but when you'd rip a fat burnout inside, you could just kick them on, and then if you could just deal with the sound for 30 minutes, it would pull all the smoke out of the shop. But now it's like the one doesn't even work. The other one just seems like it's spun a bearing, so it just sounds like metal grinding on metal.
We could put a steel plate in there so we don't tear up the ground and just hammer on it.
But
yeah, because a lot of people are saying, Scott. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Herb, do you have any videos of you doing burnouts inside?
Yeah.
Like back in the day?
Yeah.
Well, even then, when you had your motorcycles on there, Zach, you'd always throw some skids down.
Well, motorcycles are really easy to do inside burnouts in because you can get them through doors everywhere.
Yeah.
There was one video that we wanted to do, and it was like we were going to try to do like an intro. It was like for tangents or something, but it would be like walking through the shop and like people would just be doing burnouts in different locations inside, you know what I mean? And then like the end was going to be like going into the bathroom and somebody like, at the urinal and then like turn into the side and that's just like ripping a burnout like outside of like a stall or something on the bike.
Well, David Flores in chat brings up a good point. You could easily have an RC drift track in there for one. So corner. RC drift track, and the concrete in the donut garage is very slicky slick. Be perfect for RC. You could do some sort of sketchy ramps. You could do a couple ramps and some rails. You guys got some shredders in there on bikes and skateboards that would easily.
Bro, we have a pro skater.
I know, dude.
I didn't realize how sick he was until I just thought he was just like some bro that skateboards because everybody does.
Oh, here we go.
This is OG. Oh, man.
2015. I heard throwing a sitter.
Oh, yeah. That's right up against the ping pong table. Is this like freshly moved in?
That's
donut shop.
Oh, that's donut shop. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
I
was working and Hurt decided, because that's what I used to do at the donut shop. We would be working. It was really small. It was only a handful of like 5 of us, right? So Hurt and I shared an office. He decided to go jump in Twerkstein and drip a huge sitter, right? And then he killed the entire office. And eventually it got so dirty in there, his computer actually stopped running. Service to get it clean because all the stuff was on top of it. He just wouldn't run anymore.
He did not run that place.
I have an old G drive that I was trying to pull footage from, and like from all the burnouts that we did at obviously Donut Garage, but there's a lot that were done inside, but just like all the burnouts outside, I picked up the drive and I set it on my desk, right, and then I pulled whatever files off, and when I picked it up to go put it back, when you like do a graphite shape, like a print of like a mushrooms or like a mushroom spore print, that's what it looked like under the G drive because there's so much like grit from like tires and just shit inside of it, and it was like, dude, it sounded like it was just grinding as it was trying to turn on.
That's in the donut shop, but we still had that little burnout pit out front, right? At that point,
pad in the front.
The most OG moment from that was the Mercedes that Burnout caught on fire. That was the OG moment.
Well, I've never seen that. Or I can't remember it at least.
See if I can find that real quick. What time's Cletus coming on?
He's going to be on any minute now.
Yeah, really soon.
Yeah. I was going to see if we could find that clip real quick if we could. But back in the day, it was it was actually not an old Mercedes. It was actually a brand new Mercedes at that time. I can't remember what model it was.
It was like a black edition or something.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about. That thing's sick.
Is it the one they spray painted with the C-bar on the side?
No.
No, it's a gnarly. It's a V8
oh, no, that
one.
was I'm sorry, Dan. What were you saying?
I think it's a V8 one, right? An AMG.
I should be able to find the clip real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, but that was like, to me, because you were shredding out there, that car was shredding out there. We had a handful, but that was kind of like the first feels. And what year was that? Was that 2000?
14, 15.
14, 15-ish is when the skids started coming alive?
Man, hold on. We're getting a request for, and I actually need to do this for Johnny anyway. So, God damn!
Woo!
All right, Johnny actually needed that, and I was trying to film it yesterday, and I was so embarrassed just screaming inside of my house because I could see like everybody's in my apartment building. And I'm just like repeatedly yelling that.
Between that, Baja update, you have a couple key phrases that your neighbors probably just already haven't memorized.
Yeah, by the way, Baja update, just like a little background on that, that started as like an editor note, right?
Right.
So I was literally doing that to be like, because, you know, we were just trying to run like, okay, here's an update of the situation, right? So that way, if they turned on the the camera turns on, update, and then that way they would know not to like skip over the clip, right? And so it just started like Baja update, and it just ran as a joke, and then it just became a thing.
And now look what happened.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this: when we were at SEMA last year, when we were up there announcing, I probably watched about 150 people request a Baja update.
Oh man, I got a request too.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Oh, we're getting garage right now, Dan?
Yeah. Ready?
Here we go. Hold on.
Garage.
See, is
Onward of our generation.
it's all about the hike up, and then once you get to the peak, does it slowly ease off?
With it.
Whoa. I just noticed Zach's background is a Firebird with a cigarette with a mullet.
Yeah.
That's
He's an iconic oil painting, circa 2001.
Congratulations to that artist, dude.
Yeah, this has been floating around the internet. This used to be my buddy Flex Ryan. This used to be his what was it AIM?
Did you just drop an AIM?
Yeah, dude.
AOL Instant ASL AIM location.
Yep.
R.I.P. AIM, dude. Just get
TJ Phelps says he just shot a woodchuck. Rock and roll.
Guys, just to let you know, Cletus is going to be on within the next 2-3 minutes. This is the video. Zach, you've never seen this?
No.
Dude.
This thing's gnarly.
So.
Optimize.
This was like, I'm going to get the facts wrong, but that's all right. Like you said, it might be an AMG, like Black Series. Brand new, literally off the lot. C63 AMG is what it was.
JL swag. Oh, man.
Hey,
you know what? You got to do it. Honestly, like those sound super sick. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. Right there. Oh,
That's a rad shot.
that was look at then boom. Just lay the jail swag didn't seem to yellow it out a little bit. Also, guys, I see a lot of you guys spamming Discord and chat right now. Guys, once again, we do have Discord open, ! Discord. We have a segment coming up where we're going to be doing, once again, Burnout reviews. And you guys went absolutely bonkers last night in chat. So we have a handful of Burnout videos to go over. Maybe we can get Cleet Dog to go through and review them with us. We got Burnout submissions. We also have some extra Craigslist findings that you guys had. We have definitely a few things that Discord has really been proposing to the stream that if you guys want to get in and get some airtime, make sure you guys get those things submitted. And now we have, going back to chat, we have a Cacao spam going on, Hurt.
How?
Hey, Scotto brought up a good point the other day. He's like, we should almost do a daily call if he answers or not.
Where is it?
He ignores it now.
Yeah, he don't care anymore.
He ignores it now.
How's Jose doing? We should check in with him sometime.
You should check in with Jose and Soupy.
Dude,
Yeah.
we got to get Soupy. We got to get Soupy because for one, we got to follow up on the K350Z. See what the hell he's doing with that. He's back at his shop now, right?
He sold it.
No.
Jamo has it.
Jamo has it?
Yeah.
Jumbo's another one we should be talking to.
Jamo's sneaky.
No, I heard some hilarious stories about Jamo that I will not repeat on here, but Jamo is just OG.
That's when we have to get Ron and Scotto to do like a full Soupy and Jamo breakdown, as they have decades of building cars together with stories that I've only heard glimpses of, but I would be down to hear those guys building stuff together.
Here's the thing. Jamo is the type of dude you want on your side if you actually do get into a post-apocalyptic situation, right? Because Jamo can basically hotwire anything. He can basically make anything work. He can make it work long enough to sell it or trade it for, like goods that you might need. He understands shipping and logistics. He's probably got ties to different organizations that,
because those, like most of the dudes, they're all from New York, right?
Yeah.
So they got the East Coast vibe to them that is, once again, very contagious.
We're getting call outs for Michael Cox. We're getting call outs for everybody's asking where's Cleet. We're wondering where Cleet is.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, there he is.
What is going on?
Hey, brother.
Welcome to the stream, my man.
What's up?
And you got the Pit Vipers in full America spec.
Oh, brother, we're out here working, just hopping on this call. Middle of the day, we got a lot of live action going on at the Freedom Factory, so.
Hell yeah. Spin that camera around, man. Let's see what you got going on out there.
All right, let me give you the view. So, we're out back right now. So we got a neighbor here.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
How did you
James is servicing him right now because at the moment we had a little tire fire and we melted the Ethernet cable that runs the what's called the light system on it. So, just getting the Freedom figured out because this is our pace car. We got the Freedom 500 this weekend. We got do you guys know what the Freedom 500 is? Are you all up to date on that?
You're more than welcome to share with us. Like, give us the whole rundown.
All right. So this Friday, we have what's called the Freedom 5. Let me walk in here. It's less wind. We have what's called the Freedom 500. It's the Freedom Factory's first ever race. We have 21 Crown Victorias, P71s, police interceptors, that we have put 10-pound nitrous kits on from NOS, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, they're bone stock Crown Vics driven by 20 of my buddies, and we're doing a 100-lap endurance race pay-per-view event this Friday at 9 p.m. So if you want to check out the 995 to watch it, please McFarland. So as you can see, like the big one right here. It's got
oh, there you go.
Is that a Sawzall?
Yeah.
Doing some cutting work.
Putting a hole in this firewall. Putting a hole in it. He's running the nitrous line right now. So you can see they all have roll cages in them. And then just you got a nitrous
cages and 20 nitrous bottles.
So
yeah.
Hey, Cleet, so how's the rules going to work with the nitrous? Is it use it whenever you want, or do you have to save it for a certain time?
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, right, like you got 100 laps and you only have 10 pounds of nitrous, so it's kind of use it at your own risk. If you want to save it for the end of the race, which that's probably my objective. And sorry, I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. But you can use it whenever you want.
So 10 pounds, 100 laps. Use it when you want. Are you guys going to be doing a rolling NASCAR start? Or are you guys going to do a standstill?
Oh, NASCAR start, brother.
Oh, boy.
Here's some of the cars. Is the wind noise really bad?
Yeah.
It's a little sketchy.
I'm just gonna show you the cars real quick. Now go back inside.
Man.
We got 3 of them.
Where did you pick those up? Did you buy them all as a fleet? Like, did you get a package deal or what?
No. We've got like 10 Hillsborough County Sheriff cars. We've got Luther County PD cars. We just go to our state auction and just whatever we think is a good car, we just buy it. So people at the state auction definitely don't like us.
Let me ask you this. So Florida obviously has great rules. You don't have to pay sales tax on vehicles and stuff like that, right? That's still a thing?
No, there is sales tax on vehicles in Florida unless you have a dealer license.
Oh, I see. Okay. But so what is a police auction car roughly like range from if you're buying at auction in Florida?
So here's actually the mistake I made. It's a good question. I originally, you're on the roof of the CBR 1000 golf cart. I originally went to the auction, right? And I'm like, all right, we need these Freedom 500 vehicles. And I bought like 10 of them there for $800-900 a pop. I was like, this is perfect. You know what I mean? We got to buy 25 of them because originally we had 23 drivers. We have a couple backup cars. And I was like, hell yeah. So then I was like, oh, I don't got to go back till later. So I waited, and tax season hit, and people started getting their money back. And so I go to the auction, and we were paying like, I don't know. I mean, there's at least double the people there. We were paying like $1,500 to $2,000 for some of them. And so we kind of got screwed on the other end of this. And then to put roll cages in all of them, we found a local dude whose house is up against the track, and he charges $400 a cage.
What?
So,
dude, you lost me there.
Yeah, he's super cool. Super cool. His name's Jason Heller. Big fan of what we were doing, so he hooked it up.
Unreal.
Man, you guys a beast, man. That's a lot of work too.
Yeah, and they're all done.
25
We
rolls.
got them all done.
Wow.
Yeah, how long? Go ahead,
I was
Zach.
going to say our buddy Cole, when he was doing the Crown Vic rally, like rallycross stuff, he was saying that they were having problems because out here, you're spending about $2,000 on a used P71 or like a taxi, which the taxis aren't as stacked as the P71s, as it turns out. Like they don't have as beefy a transmission. What's that?
You got to have a P71. We made sure that every car in the fleet of this Freedom 500 P71, you got better brakes, better cooling, a couple things that just are a little bit tougher.
So have you had a chance to go shake a few down? Have you cranked some laps out real quick?
Yeah, we did laps in every car. They've all been vetted to be not huge. Well, I mean, they're all huge piles, but
they're thoroughbreds.
They've all been vetted to at least be able to do 5 laps.
Hell yeah. Hey, Herd had a question earlier. How did you get the name Neighbor on that Interceptor?
So the guy, so Neighbor the Crown Vic. When I used to live in Tampa at my old house, I had a neighbor across the street from me, and this is back when like Coop and I used to film out of our garage. And we had this neighbor that the guy had, really no family, no kids, no wife. His name was Ed, and he was always around. And he started jumping in videos and like kind of became a staple of some of the like at-home stuff because he's always come over and be like, "What the hell is going on?" Just an old guy, super cool. And he abruptly got sick and passed away. So but right before that, we had bought the Crown Vic to be his drag car. Like we went with him and bought it, and he was like, "I want to name it Neighbor." Well, he didn't ever get a chance to race it or anything because he passed away. So we grabbed the car and just, built it in his name, and it's become kind of a staple of the channel. I mean, it really is like our number one content producing machine now.
Yeah.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
Shout out to Neighbor.
Yeah. You got chat.
Neighbor, brother.
You got chat spamming R.I.P. Ed, man. Shout out to Ed.
R.I.P. Ed, man. He was a legend.
So what you got? It's a GT 500 set up in there.
Yep. So it's got a 5.7, or I'm sorry, not 5.7. I'm so used to LS1s, but it's got a GT 500 motor with a VMP Gen 3R engine on it, or blower. Let me flip you around. So it's pretty much, it was stock for a while. It was just your stock Ripper, and we blew it up. and just put a Pistons rod engine in it. It's got built heads from Frankenstein, BMP blower. That's pretty much it. It's got a TR6060 out of a GT502 that was built by RPM. But other than that, the entire chassis is stock. Like, we've never put a rear end in it. We've never done anything to the suspension, no sway bars, nothing. And it's been 1,000 horsepower for like 2 years now.
Wow.
And that thing digs on the bank. We were watching you and Vaughn drive that thing, and that thing just hooks up and drives off the bank.
Yeah, and like Vaughn just beats the life out of any car.
Yeah,
and it's held up pretty good. It's amazing. That just goes proof how good a P71 Crown Vic is. We've never done anything to the chassis besides just give it a bunch of power.
I used to have a P71 back in the day, but I managed to break the disc.
Managed to break an 8.8? Crazy. I daily drive one. That's what I drive to work. Is I've got, well, unless I'm driving my Dodge, like towing something, I've got another Crown Vic. That was an old Chief car named Chief.
Neutral drops.
Did you break a C-clip and have the axle just completely shoot out with the wheel?
Essentially.
How'd you clutch drop a P71? Only auto, brother.
Oh, yeah. I said neutral drop.
Neutral drop. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. You can't do that.
So
Crown Vic transmissions are weak as it is.
So with that gold field you have out back of Crown Vics, what's the mile ranges on some of them? How many miles are we looking on the dash?
Dude, really, they're pretty good. Like they're all. I think there's one with 70,000 miles on it. There's a gem out there, but then the highest one's about 185.
185.
It's fresh.
Just getting broken in at 100K.
Have you guys done any kind of pre-race between you guys, like just around the shop?
Oh, I mean, I've done a lot of laps in Crown Vics here, so I definitely have a pretty significant advantage. But we've been trying our best not to go out on the track because, like, every time we get in two cars and go out there, it ends up with a lot of like destruction.
Yeah, 25 is going to be good then.
Yeah, so I mean, like if James and I were to go cut loose in two Crown Vics right now, like they would end up wrecked.
And with that being said, what's the expectations of the race? Do you have any idea, or do you have any rules other than checkers and wreckers? Or
I don't know, man. So the only rules are you can't pass in the infield. That's the only rule. So you really, I mean, like I've said it from the start. If there's a couple people that if I see them winning, like if Adam LZ is about to win, I mean, there's a good chance you're going to see old Cleet cross across the center of the track and take him out before the finish line. Like,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, all right?
You know what I mean? Like,
old Cleet dog's not afraid to throw
team
wheels.
Florida for sure. So, probably I'll let Adam go just because he's from Florida. Like, I want Florida to pull down the W. You know, if one of the Vargas guys is going to win, definitely going to take him out. You know what I mean? Like, we got to represent out here. So yeah, if you do spin people out, like we're just gonna tell people, you know, like Rubbin's racing, but if you're just straight up trying to total cars, like they'll probably black flag.
What you need to do is you need to make everybody put like 1,500 on the line as a retainer. You know what I mean? Just like a deductible, if you will.
That's not actually a bad idea.
See,
that's the thing.
Like, hey, next time you flip this thing, you bought it.
Yeah, it kind of. I've been thinking about that because we're building all these cars. There's a lot of cars to get ready, and I'm just kind of guessing that most of them will be pretty much scrapped by the end of the whole project.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of junk cars on here, but that's cool, man. Here's what you do.
Yeah, that's what the pay-per-view is there to like, you know, help us offset the costs.
Pull out all the rear ends. You know, take some of the suspension, you know, whatever ones are completely like just destroyed, line them up and then build yourself a monster truck. And now you got a monster truck track. You know what I mean?
Those are good ideas.
I got some people you can call that are just dying to run shit over and help other people run shit over. So, you know,
let me know. Let me get his number.
Hey, where's Toast at?
Dude, my boy Toast, well, this is top secret information, but he is back.
Oh, yeah.
Toast is back. So I haven't got the video out yet because we've been working on this concrete project out here at the factory. But Toast has arrived back in the States. He is at the shop, secured.
Is that?
And we got a new motor for it, so he's coming back better than ever.
Is that the battle when we do our burnout competition?
Ooh.
I mean, dude, I think Toast, like, you'd have to build a new car if you want me to bring Toast out because you're.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
No, there is, like,
for you.
your car is not going to compete with. I was thinking maybe the Mystery Machine is all you got, you know?
Oof.
Don't worry.
But, like,
Right? Just bring Toast. All right, I'm a toast.
I hope you got a secret car you're building.
I'm gonna build
Yeah.
for you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. You know, like this whole burnout sport is you know, it's big in Australia, but it's just really become a thing in the States, and I'm so pumped that you guys are so committed to it too, because, you know, it's like a lot of people see these events as competition, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people in the racing world, I've been in it for years, and but it really just grows the sport, man. The more events we have where you're just tuning up, like the burn yard or coming out to policing cars, the more events like that, the more people are going to start building crazy cars like the stuff we run.
Yep.
And it's just going to be all together. Like, I think in a couple years from now, it is going to be massive. I mean, it's already big, but it's going to be massive. Like, that's why I'm still committed to the Freedom Factory and everything else. Like, I love this sport of hooning and just putting on a show. Like, there's no feeling like it.
So thinking on the fly, obviously, you know, you and I were texting about the burnout competition, 1v1 fun, but now I'm thinking we just turn it into an all-star event where you bring 5 all-stars, yard bash.
I mean,
cars, and then
I'm game, brother. I got the cars ready. Y'all just gotta tell me when and where.
5 versus 5.
I'm down.
Gladiator battle. Burnout of the champions. Red, white, and blue. Freedom singers.
You know what?
Yeah,
you're talking about doing dyno limbo, man. Let's just do car grenade limbo, all right?
Cleetus, a horsepower limbo game. I know he's crazy. Florida man is, but I challenge him to a burnout.
No, you guys definitely can rip it. So I would love to get together and do something. I mean, really, the only thing we've ever done with Hoonigan is I came out that one time with the minivan. Oh, sorry, I got a call. Oh, snap. There we go. All right. I came out the one time with the minivan. That was like, I don't know, 2017, maybe something way back. And then we did LS Fest West. Have we really done anything other than that?
Yeah, no. I mean, we did a video at Leroy. We did that minivan, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it, dude. It's sad. We need to get together more. I mean, granted, we're on opposite sides of the country.
Yeah, but I think this is a good reason to bring this together and have a burnout battle.
Absolutely.
The biggest burnout battle in U.S. history.
Hell yeah. And we actually got some Australians coming in town this year too for our events, so maybe we can get them out. I mean, dude, those guys.
Which one?
Castlemaine. It's the Castlemaine Rod Shop guys.
Okay.
Dude, they're like nutty. They've got Warbird, Killabee, and their cars are actually already in California.
Sick.
Yeah.
Those dudes are.
A couple of those guys pop in, Lynchy and them, man. It's so much fun watching them do
Oh,
that
here
thing.
you go.
Yeah, I went to Power Cruise with those guys. It was wild.
OG Burnout right there, brother. Look at that video.
World's first cruise control burnout.
Well, dude, I texted her and I was like, man, I want to come meet you guys. And I was like, all I have is this rental minivan. And I was like, let's try and do the world's first cruise control burnout. Let's see if it works. So we chained a minivan up to a truck, or I don't remember what we chained it to, but now I'm banned from renting cars for life, so it's sick.
Oh, you got banned as well.
Oh, dude, I got banned from Hertz, Alamo, National. I got banned from every, because, you know, they're all like sister brands.
Yeah.
I learned that in this process.
Because of this video?
Because of this video.
Hold on. How did that go down, or how did you find out you got banned from renting rental cars?
So here's the situation. I've never publicly spoke about this, so you guys really getting some bonus content out of me today. Basically, what happened here is Hurt peer pressured me into this burnout, right?
Typical.
So I do this burnout. So it all comes back to being Hurt's fault. I do this burnout, and tires are just toast on this car. Like, one of them's blowing air out the sidewall, the other one's just cooked. So me being resourceful, I'll go to the nearest used tire shop, buy 2 completely different size tires, slap them on there, and return it. And next time I went to rent a car, they said, "Sir, you need to speak with our risk department." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I called, just thinking something weird was going on, and they go, "Oh no, you're blacklisted for life." That was that.
There's a risk department. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
So then I walked to the next rental car desk, which was like Enterprise or something. And I'm like, "Oh, I'll just rent a car from Enterprise." And they're like, "Oh, sir, you're on blacklisted here too." And I go, "Well, how many companies does this include?" And they're like, "Well," and they handed me a list. And now I'm a Turo guy, you know.
Man, that's the second person that's been banned for life on rental cars.
Well, are you banned too?
No, I'm not. But I guess a guy that used to work for Ken, he got one too.
Good man. It's a pretty elite club.
Yeah, do they give you any type of like cards or an ID? You just flop that down on the table at a restaurant or a bar, and they give you like 5% off.
There should be, to be honest with you. There really should be.
In the background, you know, like the guys that steal from gas stations, they have their picture on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
That'd be sick if they had my picture at everyone. I would actually love that.
Yeah, that'd be heavy clout.
Yeah.
Dude, people would be like, "Damn, that Cletus guy does not play."
I'm
What are you thinking, James? Fix it? James is back here working, trying to fix the Crown Vic because I was going to do a burnout for you guys, but I feel like I need to have my lights working.
I respect that.
Yeah, that's. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with all your Crown Vics when you're wrapped up. And then what I came up with, my best idea was to call out good old Ronnie Mac again and set up like an Evel Knievel 40 car jump with some fireworks.
You see, brother, that may already be in the plans. It might be 69 cars. I'm not trying to drop any facts, but it might be.
Oh man.
So there's already, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's already a current standing record for most cars jumped at this track, and it's 39. Is it 29 or 39? James, is it 29 cars or 39 cars for the Robbie Knievel jump? I think it's 29. Yeah, Robbie Knievel, Evil Knievel's son. Someone pull this up. Type in DeSoto Speedway, Robbie Knievel.
Let's get this.
Let's get this video pulled
Even
up.
29 cars, 20 cars is sketchy. Good luck getting me. What? You jumped the gap, didn't you, over the little river by your shop?
Dude, I haven't even jumped the river gap.
Oh, you rode through it.
House.
Yeah,
I went through it. Yeah.
Seeing a giraffe go airborne, man, that thing would be a little sketchy.
Are we talking 29 cars jumping at the same time, or 29 cars stacked up jump over?
No. Robbie Knievel, Evil Knievel's son, came out to the track and jumped 29 cars on a CR500 at this very track.
Well, we're gonna get that pulled up right now. That's something we got to see. What year was that? Because DeSoto's been around for quite some time. I know you mentioned a few times, but
I think it was 98.
98. All right, here we go. Hurt. What a stud!
Yeah, stud. Can we get some music on this?
What do you want?
Wait, we can't have music for sure.
We could get Real American going on. Let's see here. What do we got? Look at those things. Those are some pristine rigs right there.
Look at that. Asphalt was looking good back then too.
Let's hear it.
I mean,
yeah.
Wait till you see the crowd in this place too. It like gives me the chills when I see this part of the video.
Lie down. It's taking the sport out.
Oh,
look at that! Look at that CR500.
screaming!
Look at that!
Oh! That was a Huckleberry fin if I've ever seen one.
I mean, the guy killed it.
And without a doubt, that's probably like an 89 CR500, which is probably one of the sketchiest motorcycles next to the Screaming Eagle.
No, dude. Think about jumping an Ironhead Sportster like Evil Knievel was doing. That's a heavy ass bike, dude. That's you're jumping 500-600 pounds, and with the crappiest suspension. That's why he's like, every time you get a big jump, you just stack it and explode off the thing and then just, be tumbling down.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive what those guys used to do. Like, no doubt about it. Especially, I think their math was done basically in about 5 minutes before they would do those types of jumps. And they pulled off quite a few of them.
Man. Yeah, dude, have you seen there's a really good documentary on Evel Knievel. I mean, there's a bunch, but there's a more recent one that's pretty rad.
No, that's cool. I'd love to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, that was when Travis Pastrana's jumped the Caesar Palace fountains, and it was like definitely a much different vibe, but shout out to Travis for doing that. Back in the day when Evel did it, once again, it was like lick your thumb, put it in the air, make sure there's no wind, and then full grip and rip down the jump.
It's the same way I calculate all my jumps.
We're sending you to space. Okay, I'm going. That's it.
Well, I've got this inversion table back here now just to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah, we're well, 60 mile an hour is enough to do it, but 120 you'll make it for sure.
Yeah,
definitely clear it.
Oh man, you got me creeping on in the background, man. I got police interceptors pulled up. I mean, it looks like if you're gonna just buy them off of Craigslist, we're stacked on $2,000 price points.
I mean, listen, maybe best thing is next time we have a Freedom 500, you guys just come out here and race in it, and I'll let you keep the ones you drive in.
Oh, whoa!
What?
5 versus 5, winner keeps all.
Only 10 cars. 10 cars kind of weak. We need more cars than that. So I say I'll give you guys a couple spots from Hoonigan. You guys decide who you want the drivers to be. Probably pick your toughest few, and we'll ship you guys down here for the next one this fall, and we'll freaking just let it rip.
I'm down with that.
Hey, do you approve SFI cowboy boots as racing gear?
SFI, if they're SFI, absolutely.
SFI. That's what we're working on. I'm gonna be bringing out some SFI cowboy boots because I know we're gonna be stomping some stuff while we're out there. Huh, Hurt?
Are you gonna look next fall with custom liveries for drivers?
Yeah. So the way it works is there's a meeting at there's a drivers meeting, but because of just the current country stuff going on, we have to distance ourselves. So one person at a time comes up to the stream, talks to our announcer, and then they choose a card off the table, and the card tells them their car number, so it's completely by random, and then it tells them their pole position or their position in the starting grid, and they get a roll that has their car number. So they go over to their car, they roll their car numbers onto the side of it, and then they have spray paint, and everyone's allowed to bring their own vinyl and stuff like that. So you have to make your own livery for your race car.
Ooh.
So I mean, you could, if you were feeling sporty, you could come out with a full wrap if you wanted. That's what I spend energy on and lose the race.
Miss the start.
The thing is, there's nothing else to spend your energy on because the cars are all complete and you're not allowed to modify them in any way. The only thing you can do is like maybe take the better tires off one side and put them on the front right, because you're gonna be turning left the whole time. Like that's all you can do. There's no other modifications allowed.
Oh boy, this is going to be a free for all, and it's on pay-per-view, which is kind of unique.
You could. What 5 Hoonigans would you send to the Freedom 500 and fall? You got dates? Yeah, by the way, or no?
What's that?
You got dates for the fall one?
I don't have dates for the fall one just because the what's going on right now. But we were planning on doing 2 this year. So it might be super late this year, and it all depends on how this one goes. Be like 2 or 3 because depending on how many of these guys drop out, they kind of have first right for the next race. But I was originally gonna have 25 cars, so I know I can for sure give Hoonigan 2 or 3 spots. But I'll let you guys decide because I don't want to leave anybody out. I think it's best to you guys. I mean, obviously, I feel like you got a race. I mean, I know you're a driver.
So.
Well, you know what? I'm game to drive, but if I didn't get selected to drive, I would be 100% game to announce. Yeah, you bring me and Corey out there.
Hey,
100%.
You couldn't have Corey driving because he's too good.
oh please,
I've got some time in a Crown Vic. I had one for like 3-4 years.
It doesn't count when you're in the back seat, Dan.
Hey. Oh wait, that's more than 3 or 4 years. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get it sorted and make it happen. I think you guys will have freaking a blast for sure. So.
We gotta get you out to one of our events, man.
Oh, dude, I know. I've been trying to. I really wanted to come to the last one, but just couldn't make it. Couldn't squeeze it.
Yeah, I know how it is, man. Hey, I mean, you're on literally the opposite side of the country. You're basically in a different country because you're in Florida there, but
I know, brother. Down here in Florida, we're just letting it rip every day.
Land of the free, home of the Gators, and apparently Tigers.
Dude, I know. Hey, look, one of our announcers may or may not be dressed as Tiger King on Friday.
Oh.
Yo, how far away from the Tiger Sanctuary are you?
James, how far are we from Big Cat Rescue? Oh, yes. It's working.
How far are we?
Yeah.
My house is 7 minutes down the road.
James' house is 7 minutes from Big Cat Rescue.
No.
Dude,
Wow.
you can find Carol's house.
It's less than a quarter mile away from the mall.
How much?
Yeah, dude. See, here's the thing, man. It's unfortunate because honestly, the Big Cat Rescue had a pretty good reputation up until last week. Like they were pretty like if you were gonna go see Big Cat Rescue was the spot. And then I don't know enough about it. Can I go on a tangent about this?
Let's
real
go.
quick?
Yeah, go for
Send
it.
it.
I mean, I guess there's nothing else going on. Like we might as well talk about whatever. It's relevant, I think. Here's the deal. I don't know a lot about it. Obviously don't know the producers, but I know how some of these shows can operate. And it's very clear that these guys took like basically everything Joe Exotic is saying because he's hilarious.
Yep.
And based the show completely around him, and they made Big Cat Rescue look so bad, but it's definitely not like that. Like I saw this video this morning from Carol Baskin's husband.
Oh, we're losing. Hold on, we're losing you.
We're
We got a
losing.
bad connection.
He's talking about how
Cleat Dog's entering the Matrix right now. we got to save him from the Matrix.
I'm back.
What's happening is
Oh man,
we got to get him to relocate. Being inside that building is hogging it. We got some Carol Baskin news we need.
Yeah, I need to hear this. I gotta hear this story.
Yeah, Sanctuary.
hey, Cletus, you're breaking up real bad, man.
You turn into a potato there for a second, but you sound good. Let's see if we get your video back.
Off my tangent.
Yeah, sorry, man. Hey,
I'm driving. I'm driving to the office. Stand by.
We're on standby.
all right, Chad, just so you know, we had a little bit of interruption with Cletus. He's going to get some good service right now, so just bear with us for a second. Let's get a hip hip from the chat. We got 7,000 streaming currently. I mean, this is very thankful for coming out.
And also, while you guys are here, don't forget to join our Discord. If you guys have questions for Cleat Dog that you want to get off your chest, make sure you do ! Discord in chat, and you have a chance to drop some questions in there. And maybe near the end, we'll drop some questions on the man going through our Discord. So make sure you guys take a minute, go in there, check it out, and we'll make sure we'll get that handled for you guys.
All right.
By the way, did you guys know that oh, you back?
Is it better?
It's catching up right now.
Here's the thing, because if I go to the office, I can't do a burnout. So we pretty much probably just got to send it right now.
Okay.
Hey, dude, what happened? Did someone pull up and now the connection's different? Yeah, hey, put your phones in airplane mode. Maybe that'll help.
Ever since we showed that Robbie Knievel video, I think it hogged all the Wi-Fi.
Carol Baskin is
Yeah.
That's what
Carol didn't want that inside story.
I'm taking my case off. All right, how is it right now, guys? Is it bad? Good?
Do you know what you should? Hey, Clee, do you know what you should do? Is maybe hang up and rejoin the link. Wait.
Good call.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Just rejoin the link, drop it, and come right back. Dude, right when we got into the guys, Cletus will be right back. He's just going to do a quick restart on his phone to make sure we get all the Tiger Wi-Fi linked up to his device there. Carol Baskins ended up stealing it all from him, which she might have killed her husband. We're not sure, but it's plausible.
She definitely did. Hey, by the way, did you guys know that Chevy made a Caprice Interceptor here for like the last couple of years, and you can get them relatively. They come with a 6-liter LS. And they got fender flares.
Dang. Can you give us a little taste of this, or
it's like basically a Holden. Hold on a second. I gotta find one in. I was trying to find one in LA, but they I know there's a guy in Georgia that has a bunch of them.
We got to get Big Cleet back on there. Big Cleet said he was in a there. Whoa, wait. We got something now. Oh, connecting audio. Here we go.
Are we back?
You sound clear now.
I'm better, yeah.
All right, I'm going to get this burnout off while we got internet.
Oh, yeah.
Got James, hand the phone to you.
Let's see here.
That building is yours.
Hey, chat, you better start spam some emotes in chat, spam some hips in chat. We're going to get a little skid here.
Oh, we still good? We still got a decent connection?
Right now, it looks great.
Good.
Turn that phone sideways and let it rip.
Over to James.
We tell him about any audio?
I think if it gets far enough away, we'll be all right. I think at this point, it's just the strong survive.
Y'all tell me if it goes bad over here.
There we go. Let's see if we can get big. Let's get a yee yee. Let's get some yee yee yee. And I think when you do yee yee, you got to do in that higher octave. Just yee yee.
Yeah, you gotta go white. You guys got to yee better.
Can you give us a little hit off the yee real quick? Give us an example for us.
You got to at least get high and long for the first one, and then followed by short. So like yee. Like
Ooh.
Yee.
All right, hey.
Yee.
Don't go too far from that Wi-Fi, man.
Wait, oh, here we go.
Right here?
Here we go. It's doing something. It's a little potato-y, but we'll got it.
It's potato.
Stay still.
Yeah, try to stay as still as possible, man. Oh, hell.
Oh, neighbor's getting warmed up. Let her rip. Let's see this thing get sent off here. 1,000 horsepower. Neighbor. R.I.P. Ed. This thing's going to get sent off to space, hopefully, right here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hurt, are we sizing up your competition right now, Hurt?
I know, but blow some tires off. Gotten a lot better.
Look at that. He's making her dance. He's getting out the window. Oh, yee.
Oh man. That's sick.
Hey, when you finish a strong burnout like that, you got to do that big, long John Forrest burner until you start running out of wheel speed and, gather her up.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do.
Drive her straight out until she drives straight, yeah.
You would clear off the pavement over here.
I thought he went and hit a couple of those cars.
I think he might have wall tapped this one. I'm real sure.
He said, I wall tapped it.
I don't think Hurt stands a chance.
Oh, Hurt doesn't ends with a call out.
What'd he say?
Hurt doesn't stand a chance.
Oh. All right, Hurt. All right, we got to bring the A and the B and the C game.
You need the whole alphabet.
We need the whole alphabet. You can't stop at 3.
Oh, sick.
All right, this is guys. After watching this and seeing this, we gotta get Scotto to knock the dust off the Ute, throw some turbies on that thing. We got to make that thing a skidder.
You need more than just turbies. You need all of it.
Need what?
We need a little juice. Oh boy.
An official.
Dude, Hert's gonna need a whole new car. Yeah. All right, boys.
That was a
Man,
What'd you say?
you letting her eat?
all right.
Dude, I'm ready for it. Was the connection decent while I was doing the burnout?
It was good enough.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Hey, this weekend, pay-per-view.
Yes, CletusMcFarland.com/freedom500. Thank you to anyone who subscribes. Money goes directly into the track. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching it today. We'll see you later.
Later.
Take it easy.
Yee.
I don't know how to leave yet. Hold on. Oh, it's so bright. There we go.
That
See you,
moment
boys.
when your front-facing camera turns on.
Got
him. Got him. All right. Her, dude. It's a thing now.
That was a call out.
It's a thing now.
It's a thing, yeah.
Oh,
I'll help you, man.
but
So he's Cletus is saying we might need a new stallion, but we've seen you do some sketchy things in the twerk stallion that might be able to easily battle what this man's about to throw down.
I got something for him. All right, don't worry.
And by the way, chat, we got to give a shout out for Cletus for coming online here and giving us a quick tour and ripping a skid. But we also have some other things to cover. We have some burnouts to review. We have some more Craigslist finds that we need to review. We have a few things on next, so make sure you don't go anywhere because we have a bunch of things coming in the works. But we have to figure out what we're going to do to battle Cleet on a 5 versus 5, Hoonigan versus Freedom Factory. You could be a race, motorcycle jump, burnout contest, wheelie contest, jumping contest.
Down to build a burnout car. 100% down. So we could build a monster.
Man,
Nobody has faith in me. Nobody thinks I could beat Cletus.
I got faith in you. I know that Herd has the style.
I've never done the burnout. I've only done burnouts and drift cars. Wait till I get a burnout car.
I need to help you build a burnout car.
I appreciate your faith, Dan.
I got your back, bud. I got your back.
And a question for chat while you guys are all here as we now figure out how we're going to beat Cleet at the burnout game, which we've had years of practice. You've seen it since 2014 at the donut shop. What should be our next burnout car? If you guys had to pick a new chassis, what would you guys build? Drop it in chat. Give us some ideas as now it's a full-on burnout battle. And hopefully we'll get this solved in November.
Wait, can I show you this the police Caprice I was talking about?
Absolutely.
Well, sure.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You got the fender flares. It's basically a Holden.
Okay.
You got the big fender flares. You got a let's see, where are we? We got any engine shots here?
It's only 6 cylinders though.
Oh, this one. I'm sorry. This is the 6-cylinder. Hold on. I need to move that.
We're getting a lot of Utes hurt. We're getting the LL80s. We got some Utes. We got a Corolla, the El Camino, a slammed Wrangler, Fox body.
I want to build the Ute.
So they come with a 6-liter. You can get them in a 6-cylinder, I guess, too. But the white one, you can see the flares a little better.
It's probably front wheel drive though.
No, it's rear wheel drive.
Rear wheel drive. It's basically like a Chevy SS.
Yeah, it is that's the SS.
Yeah.
But that's all manual. Or they're not manual, they're automatics, but still.
Yeah. Still sick. Yeah.
So if Hertz already got his car.
I'm getting excited to build a burnout car.
But what's the burnout car? Like, don't even tell us exactly what it is, but what is the plan?
Well, I have options. The basically motor first. So just build a wicked motor and then I pick what I want to put it in.
Well, what motor is it?
Hurt. And real quick, what we're talking about, didn't you go to burnout school in Australia?
I went to burnout school, yes. I went to burnout school.
Chad, I don't know if I'm getting hyped on this. We really got to fire this up. If we can make this happen in November, okay? Chad, we're going to need your help for this. In November, burnout contest. We're going to put this on our tentative schedule. We need to go out there and lay whooping down on the Freedom Factory boys. All right? Well, we need to go out there and we need to be swinging. We have until November to either build a new project, fix up a current project, but we need to add a little bit of sugar and spice and everything that's nice to make sure we show these boys how to do it. Chad has been dropping some heavy knowledge on cars and motors, okay? Do you know what? Maybe in the next week or two, or maybe what we should start looking at during our Craigslist find is finding that burnout car. And chat, if you could put suggestions in Discord as a burnout car, maybe we could actually build that on stream or try to find a way to integrate that into this where you guys can watch the cleat burner get built here on stream. But there's something we got to do. We got to go out there and make sure we're gonna lay a whooping down. And you know who? We also need to get the commander on the line. We need to get Scott online because I know this man is gonna have some suggestions on what we should do. Let's see if we get.
Yeah, we need to take Scott needs to get that damn Nova running. Needs to put a big ass 871 on top of it.
That's
run
good.
some alcohol through it. And send it.
Yeah, the Napalm Nova Scotto seems like he's getting the home garage set up, but let's see if we can get a word with him on what he's going to build, because if he's going to go out there and get a lead foot, he has to get a heavy right foot to make sure he. They have 40, they have 40 Crown Vics or more, boys. If one breaks, then hop on another one.
We got a little bit of this here. See if you guys can.
Oh,
the shade. No.
Look at that.
He thinks he's gonna win, but
we got to find a way to. Oh, we got Scott online. So this is Hurt right here, going to Aussie Burnout School. We got to get that optimized in. There we go.
Hang on, it's all good. It's all good.
Does it work?
Hang on. Hold that for a sec. Yes, sir. I broke it.
All right, Hurt.
Scotto.
What up?
Scotto, did you hear that call out?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I'm actually kind of surprised Hurt's being kind of humble right now. Usually his shit talking is at like a solid 11.69. So, but Hurt and I have been talking in the background, so I know the boy knows we've got some plans.
The only reason is his internet was so bad I couldn't even get it across.
Yeah, fair enough. So let's talk about this because we're just gonna build Twerk Stallion, right? We're gonna give it one last hurrah.
I'm fine with doing. I feel like I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't do it.
Bring it. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna go to Freedom Factory to do this. Cletus and I have been talking on text message. I was thinking we should try to do this in the middle of the country.
Yep.
We could get as many people to come to as possible, right? We're in California, they're in Florida. Try to do it somewhere in the middle, like Texas or like, this dead center. Find a track.
Missouri.
Event. Cletus and Cars beats Burnyard. Put the whole thing together. Yeah, maybe we do it at Gateway. Like that's a good middle of the country spot. Get everybody to come together on it, and then obviously do a traditional Cletus and Cars meets a traditional Burnyard. Maybe we'll truck out a bunch of our dudes from California, invite a bunch of locals out for it. But then the main event is Hurt versus Cletus. Hurt is retired from Burnouts, right? You retired from Burnouts like 2 years ago, but you're going to bring it back because honestly, I don't think Cletus can claim the Burnout King because technically you own the belt, and it has to. This is a proper belt match. Like you got to bring out this a title fight right now.
Here's the thing: I never had a Burnout car. I just did Burnouts in my drip cars.
Yeah, and you did Burnouts in every car you owned.
Yeah.
In your daily, in the Lexus, rental trucks that we borrowed, U-Haul trucks that we borrowed. So
real quick on that, Scotto, do you know what we need? We need some participation from chat. What city, state should we bring the competition, the World Heavyweight Burnout Championship to? Cletus and Cars versus Hoonigan Burnyard. City and state, where should we bring it? Because I think he was saying November, Scotto. Sometime in November would be.
November is a good amount of time. I mean, it's not like I'm building the car, so it'll get done. So, and by the way, there's a secret car that we haven't talked about yet. Dan, you know that car that we haven't talked about yet.
Dude, you know what?
No one's ready for that.
That's a good point. That is such a good point.
I see a lot of people in the thread saying you guys don't have a car that can compete, but fuck, I don't think people are ready for that car.
Dude, that's a good point.
You want to talk about wheel speed?
Yeah, talk about wheel speed.
Oh my!
200 mile an hour wheel speed.
Yeah, easy.
We accidentally built the perfect fleet for this. Zach is perfect for it.
Zach's truck rules
for it.
Honestly, the Nova put an 871 blower on it and some spray.
Yep.
It's 1200.
Yeah, all day.
John's car, I don't know. We have to make it not so sketchy while doing burnouts, but it definitely can throw some tires.
You heard it while talking to him, but I was saying we should do basically an all-star event. So it's basically Hoonigan All Stars versus Cletus All Stars or Freedom Factory All Stars, like a 5-on-5, and then, like you said, Cletus is the finale.
Someone just said the Oldsmobile. Like they clearly have been reading my diary, because that's what Zach and I talked about. Was I wanted to build the Oldsmobile into like a 4-up burnout car, so all 4 people can hang out in it. Just put some armor over the tires in the back and just kind of.
There is armor, right? That thing's pretty much just armor.
Man, that thing would that would be a great fucking ripper.
You know who we could bring in as a ringer? Ryan Anderson on regular tires.
Yo, Ryan Anderson is 100% Team Hoonigan. There is no ringer. He is Team Hoonigan.
Yeah.
The boy lives Hoonigan. Yeah. So we can
got-
also
we got
probably
one
borrow. We could borrow a motor from him to put in the Oldsmobile.
True.
Yeah, no.
Someone get Ryan Anderson on the line, Zach. See if we can start putting this together right now.
We're building a dream team right now.
Get Ryan Anderson, see what kind of motor he's got, and what kind of like grain alcohol it runs on, and figure out what we need to order from Jack Daniels to make this thing happen.
A lot of you might not know this already, but I've actually been making the steps towards putting a V8 back in the Twerk Stallion, because that car is just like it's just going to be a piece of history for me at this point. I have another that I'm going to put all the rotary stuff into and make it more of a street car, but I've already been planning to put a V8 back in the Twerk Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the perfect transition.
Yeah. Okay. And Scott, a lot of people are calling out the Ute. Is a Ute something you can bring back for this competition? Is it worth it or not?
We've been talking about twin turboing the Ute. I mean, we don't talk about the Ute that much, but that car kind of got built. It got built like 3 different guys built it at different times. Honestly, no one really fell in love with the car. And then when it was finished, like the diff in it just kind of sucked, so it wouldn't even spin donuts. And we sort of just abandoned it. But also the engine that we put in it, that we pulled out of the GTO, was down on compression on 2 cylinders. So like it never really ran right. I think it like dynoed at like 320 horse. It was kind of whack. So that thing's just been shelved because it needs a rebuild. I don't know, man. We could do an LL8 in there, because then it would be very like Barra style spec. Or we could just twin turbo the LS that's in there. But I think we need to get back to like what Hert's gonna build, right? So original Twerk Stallion, probably gonna need to upgrade the rear end, because I don't think the RX-7 rear is gonna hold. We can do an 8.8 rear in it, and then just build one behemoth of an engine, and then just let Hertz sing with it.
Yeah. So I just
got a P56 laying around. So P56 on there.
Just want to address something. I'm transferring all the rotary stuff into another FCRX7. It's Twerk Junior. I'm not abandoning rotaries. I love rotaries.
Yep.
And I will eventually probably sell the Twerk Stallion with the V8, but it's going to get one big final send off, and I think this is perfect for it.
Yep.
Well, because just explain to everyone, like, you were planning to retire the chassis, because like you've just driven it for a long time. It's like a little beat up and stuff like that, right? So
I don't want you guys to think, I'm ditching rotaries. That's not what's happening.
Yeah. We know, because you've heard Zach's truck, and he's getting you back into it, and he's pissing you off too. It's just one of those things that goes in. It's a revolving door for all of us, right? Zach got the cool truck, and now everybody wanted to hear the V8, and I was like half tempted myself. But then horsepower wars. Now we're gonna have burnout wars. It's getting out of hand.
The V8s are just too easy. When Zach goes out there and, for example, rips a big old burn his V8, but Dan, I don't know about you, but when you did a big old skid at the Burnyard in your 2J, it does good cooling wise. My air intake started getting a little crazy, but when you see dudes go out there and our old Burnout King and the 5.0 Mustang, the shit car replica, he throws down. The thing doesn't seem like it moves at 1 degree over 215 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the thing, is when you're building a burnout car, I think there's a strategy in that alone of just send it off, make sure it doesn't it might explode, but not cook itself in 30 seconds.
We might be having a special quick guest here in a second. We'll just to give everybody a heads up, but we'll see. But yeah, man, let me tell you something. We haven't even. I still got the Jimmy. I mean, there's things to be done there.
There's some other things coming up in the chat. Rolls Royce. Forgot about the Rolls Royce.
Yep.
It's got a Hemi in it that Edelbrock makes a blower for. So, which would be kind of, it's the same blower that's on Spike Chen's car, which is definitely a ripper.
Yep.
That could be a good fun little package. Yeah, man. Someone, by the way, I gotta find who commented, but I saw one of the funniest comments. Someone said, Jared Anthony said, boost adds compression, cylinder pressure. Basically saying, like, if you have low, if you got a cylinder down on compression, just add boost. It's a good fix. He's gone to the school of Brad for working on cars.
Just turn it up a little bit.
Oh,
perfect. The man we need to talk to.
Yeah, Mr. Ryan Anderson.
What's happening?
Ryan, you are live. You guys are on here. So listen, what you just missed is we just officially called the Call-Out Kings of Hurt versus Cletus McFarland in a Burnout contest. And we're thinking that you need to get involved with this. We know you got some big power engines.
Mm-hmm.
We think you need to come on because Hurt stepped it up to like an all-star team. Like you bring your best 5 and we bring our best 5. So like let's talk about what you might bring to the circus if we do this.
God, dude, we have some mega trucks that are like 1,600 horsepower, 6,000 pounds, all-wheel drive. The monster trucks are pretty much on lockdown right now, so we couldn't do much.
This won't be till like November.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can do something with the monster truck then. I mean, 750-pound tires, 10,000, 12,000 pounds, 1,400 horsepower. So maybe something like that.
You got any spare big blocks I could borrow?
Yeah, we got quite a few. We got like 95 of them, I think, 96 of them, something like that.
Yeah. So there we go. So can we get one of those big blocks for our Oldsmobile?
Dude, yeah, we got so many of them. And we're gonna get a.
Calling in the reinforcements here.
Yeah, crawl sesh for my boy here. He won't stop with the RCs.
Hell yeah. you get serious with the RC cars, don't you?
Yeah, man. I've always been into them, and now that I have a kid and our kids are into them, me and my brother both have boys, and it's like we can't stop now. It gets crazy.
Yeah, man. Having kids are the best. Me and Hurt were looking into lowered wagons the other day.
Oh yeah,
like the pull-behind wagons that are slammed. Just like
yeah, dude. It's the best because it gives you like all exemptions to any. You can do whatever you want, any type of hobby you want. You can just always blame it on the kid. Like I'm just doing it for the kid.
It's totally true. By the way, everyone, thanks. Ryan Anderson joining. If you guys don't know Ryan Anderson, why don't we cut to a clip of what Ryan does best right now? Someone can get that queued up. Hey Ryan, while they're figuring that out? You sent me a photo once of a C10, like a 68, 72 C10, with just some huge monster truck tires on the back. You think we can build that into a burnout machine?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's pretty much ready actually. Like it just needs brakes because it does not have brakes. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to do burnouts now.
I don't know how you'd be able to stop it from moving forward and just lifting itself up. Those are some big ass
I've kind of figured out that everything that I have is so big, so heavy that it's better just to chain it to something.
Yeah. And I wasn't there for this, but this was definitely one of the most sketchiest Burnyard moments I've ever seen in my life.
Best. Oh heck yeah, dude! It was awesome. I wish I could go back and do it again and just push the limits a little bit more, just because I was kind of like, man, I should at least hit a container like a little bit or run into a barrier or something like that. But
control this too.
Next time.
Well, this was just the warm up for the finale in November. I think this is just a taste of what they're getting. You didn't spill all the beans yet. This is just a taste of how we go out there with Cletus and cars. Because that's the thing, is it a burnout contest with who could bring out the most styling and automotive chaos? Like, because this would probably win everything, but I think it's a taste of everything that we could bring outside of just burnouts.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the heat.
I mean, I think the big question is should we follow Aussie style rules and we create our own American rules? Kurt and I have had a lot of conversation about that. One of the things about the Aussie rules is that it's flat to the floor the whole time, but there's like sometimes not as much throttle play, and like we definitely are big fans of throttle play. I mean, don't bring up Hurt's video of the twerk stallion in the yard, like when we did build breakdown. Like there's a little bit of showmanship there, so I don't know. Maybe we can kind of see what the crowd thinks. Like, do we stick with with Aussie rules? Do we create our own American rules and be an independent nation of freedom? Or do we, just do what the other guys are doing?
Oof.
I think we're spinneroonies.
I think that's a great discussion to have, because we could literally go through 3 or 4 rules that we're looking for. Like you said, we talk about this at the Burnyard all the time, and when we do our judging criteria for Burnyard Bash, it is the way to make the car sing. And singing is through throttle modulation and control. And that's how the judges give their 1 to 10 off of that. Another one is we basic off of smoke and destruction and chaos. So we've kind of already established that a little bit, which is a little different, like you said, Scotto, from the Aussie rules. But maybe that's a question for chat. How important is throttle modulation and throttle singing? And if chat, if you want to kind of elaborate or just put your points in versus full throttle to making a dance on limiter.
There's something to be said about just keeping it pinned and just sending it, man. I mean, it's so sketchy to just have that thing on the limiter and going as fast as you can and just chucking it.
Well, could that, and that's the thing, is there a way where we can do a mixture of both, where it's like, yo, you do this big tipping, but then you make a dance, and then back to how you use that range of RPM? Maybe.
So now, Cletus versus can be traditional rules, but the All-Stars can be
So that's what you think. So you and Cletus do traditional rules, but then everyone else is a freestyle show. Okay.
Well, look at this. This is a prime example of a freestyle show. If somebody, obviously this wouldn't enter the Oz rules, but this would dominate any freestyle burnout rule on the planet, which would be a huge competitor at the November Burnout Bash.
So some of the comments coming in right now, some people are obviously saying Aussie rules send it, but then other people say like wall taps remove points. And like for us in our world, like wall taps is everything, right? That's a million points, right? Yep. You get 6 for everything else. You get 1 million for the wall tap.
Yep.
So it's a difficult question there.
Aussie rules are basically chaos. Like they just want raw chaos, just wow. Whereas like we would bring it around the wall nicely because
we do judge chaos though. John is usually the judge of destruction and chaos. So that is still a part of it, but we do.
Bus Player says, if you're going to Freedom Factory, you need to play by their rules. I appreciate the Hoonigan rules, but don't bring baseball to a football game. We're not going to the Freedom Factory. We're going to do this on neutral ground, right? We got the Burnyard here in California. We have the Freedom Factory in Florida. I think we're going to have to do this somewhere in the middle of the country. It's a neutral playing field.
This is not a Cletus event. This event. We are going to put this event together.
Yeah,
it's gonna be everyone coming together for this. So, and maybe we'll bring some of the Aussies over, although they're just gonna shit on us. I mean, if someone could bring up the video, and by the way, we never really talked about this, but when the Australians came to Hoonigan and ripped in the Burnyard, this is the reason that we almost got thrown out of Long Beach, and the reason we can no longer do Burnout. This is the last video we ever filmed at Hoonigan. This is what got us into all that trouble. So I don't know if someone could cue that bad boy up, but I mean, this is kind of what to look for. And these guys are like crazy on their ability to just shred these cars, and they actually don't have as much power as a lot of people think. They're only like 700 horsepower, but they just little tires. And they just know their cars, which is great. It just gets to the good part. Here we go. Boom.
Up, back.
There you go. That's it.
Let's see. Oh, my.
See, it's so impressive that they can drive through this smoke.
Well, right there, they're in the vortex of the cyclone right there.
Drop the volume a little bit. Today was pure chaos. It was so gnarly.
Be quiet so we can hear the car.
no limiter the whole damn time.
That's an Aussie burnout, man.
Wow.
My engine builder will shoot.
If you don't pop the tires, you can't win.
Back in it again. Round 2.
With no tires. Oh, no, they're still in. It's crazy how much smoke these cars still produce even after they pop the tires.
Oof. And the
Love how pumped he was.
and
man.
this is the rest. This is the final burial of the band line right here. Oh my!
Oh man, I missed the Donut Garage interview.
I mean, it wasn't a bad way to shut down the garage.
Oh.
So.
Well, the other video that I was looking at too, Scotto, was Cranky.
You know, the Cranky only did really 1 or 2 burnouts, and it's still one of the most impressive things ever. The wheel speed goes from 0 to like 90 miles an hour.
These guys are certified insane.
Yeah.
This is the second burnout he did that day because he did like 3 burnouts inside the shop before this.
Yeah, for his Bill Baja.
They're out there ripping with no earphones, nothing. Just they're.
Wait, how does he know where he's going?
The smoke delivery is just insane.
Here, and I also dropped the link to Cranky, which that moment with Cranky for me was probably like, yo, these Aussie burnouts are on another level. Even the car quality, when these guys.
I don't know where he is.
Go ahead, pause it for a second.
Here's the.
One thing I want to remind everyone of is that this happened in a residential community in Long Beach. Like, there are houses less than 150 feet away from this yard. We did this for an entire day. So if you're wondering why we're not allowed to do stuff in the yard anymore, it's because we did things like this. So
yeah, literally.
Anyway, peace, Donut Garage. We miss you.
This is literally.
Can't see anything.
He just didn't stop.
I'm fucking ready.
No pumping.
No pump.
No pumping the gas.
So that's what Hurt. Whenever any of us are talking, we got to pause. Only you can seem to talk over it the way that we're set up. Sorry about that, everybody. Our video chat system quiets everyone when they talk over things. So that's one of the things is the no pumping thing. And I'm seeing people in comments questioning about the Aussie rules. Like, for Aussie, they just want flat out, where like stylistically, we like a little bit of throttle modulation, not just rev limiter. Mm-hmm. Where do you weigh in on that, Hurt?
Well,
by the way, I'm gonna eat too while you eat.
Now, some
proper mukbang.
What's that?
Is that a turkey sandwich?
Yeah.
Let me get that screen real quick.
That looks delicious.
Let me get that screen, Hurt. I have a bit of. I actually went to Power Cruise USA with those boys, and this is partially my ride along with Cranky at Power Cruise. I gotta say, it's one of the craziest cars I've ever been in. This thing is just complete madness. Hold on.
Oh.
Optimized, Dan.
Not optimized? Sorry, hold on. Sorry.
And shout out to all the Aussie burnout cars because those things are immaculate. Like,
it is optimized.
They're show cars.
They are show cars.
Oh no, I've lost it. Sorry. It skipped out on me. I think my connection's kind of weak as well.
Yeah, that's when
for taking the screen for that.
So Ryan, what do you think about all this? What do you think about this burnout contest? What do you think about Aussie burnouts? I mean, you kind of live in the wildest motorsport there is for just absolute hoonage. I mean, really nothing is as crazy as Monster Jam when it comes to just screwing off in cars. What do you think about the whole burnout contest game?
I mean, to me, I like to hear a little bit of rev limiter for sure, but I was like born and bred for the throttle rhythm is what we call it in Monster Jam. And this is what my dad was like most known for, was open zoomies, just in and out of throttle a bunch. So there's a ton to be said for that in my world. Like to us in Monster Jam, when you're in freestyle, you try to jump as much as you can, as high as you can, get all the crazy crashes and stunts and things like that. But in between each one of those jumps or tricks or crashes, you can't just idle around, and you can't just hold it wide open because we're in a confined area, a lot of times. So without some throttle rhythm, some, type of motor song to it, you kind of, it's a big part of our whole industry. So for me not to throttle pop is going to be borderline impossible. But at the same time, like an LS on a rev limiter is pretty badass. I mean, you can't really get much better than that. But I will definitely say I am in as much as I can be in. I got to make sure of my dates when everything's firing back up for us. But yeah, there better be some jumps out there and some heavy shit I can chain my monster truck to, because I want to do all-wheel burnout until the thing won't do it no more.
I think this should take precedence over anything you're doing in your life.
Enough to really be.
So some of the conversations, and it's funny because if you look at the chat, it's about 50-50, right? You get some people who are like all rev limiter, tons of tire smoke. That's what we're looking for. Other people are saying, no, throttle modulation is what the music is, right? Like that's singing. And this comment I think is good. Yeti Speed says, Scotto, throttle modulation is fine as long as the burnout doesn't turn into a big half drift or slide, half burnout. Burnout has to be smoke. And I think that is really important, is like, not to combine drifting with burnouts. Like you still stay in it, but you do have a bit of that throttle modulation, so it just sings. It's really just so that all the noise isn't just one thing. Heard on that? Because I mean, this is when we used to do DT in the car. I mean, the number one thing we would critique people for was like, yo, have it make it sound different. So it's not just like wah, 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 just give it some extra love and juice, shift some gears.
Is basically don't turn it into just a big crap walk. So you still keep it hot, keep it locked in. You could chuck it full send, but there has to be action, a feeling of danger. So I think as long as we maintain that, the finesse of the throttle will work fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it all depends on where you're at, what you're doing.
One of the other things too is most of the Australians all run automatics, right?
Yeah.
Like none of them run manual, right?
Yeah,
if you're going to be, and I think Toast is an auto, right?
I think Toast is Aussie spec.
So are you going to run a manual transmission, or are you going to switch to auto for this?
Well, I feel like with the motor that we're setting up, I could put it in 5th gear and start a burnout, right?
Well, that's the T56. You got that double overdrive. I mean, that'll be real nice for wheel speed.
Yeah. So.
Well, the other thing too that I want to bring up, because I think part of that throttle modulation, Scotto, like if we look at the Burnyard, when we get some sketchiness, right? People big hucks in the palm line. That throttle modulation allows us to put the car in super tight technical spaces. So it's a combination of that throttle modulation allowing us to position the car in sketchier spots. The palm line's a hitter, dude.
Yeah, it also depends on our course. We don't know the track yet.
So that's another thing that affects that traditional burnout.
So nice. See how quick it picks it up?
Yeah.
We're just going to have to show OG Cranky. Like the video that everyone...
Yeah.
Cranky lights the bushes on fire is one of my favorite videos on the internet.
There it is.
4 seconds. Wheel speed's insane. The car is crazy.
I got to turn off this audio. All right.
For everybody's wondering, he only did such a short burnout because his fuel pump broke.
His fuel pump broke and dropped like something in the area of 3 gallons of gasoline into the back of his car in a matter of seconds. Like, it's amazing how much fuel that thing pushes.
What was it running, Scott? What type of gas? Ethanol?
I think it was methanol.
Yeah. Oh.
The boys. I might keep the torch. Like a straight up burnout. And honestly, I kind of want to turn the 240 into a drag car.
Yep.
We always used to make fun of them also for putting baby tires on. Because I feel like you should just do it on what you normally roll on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, there's more. I thought it was over. Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, the second part is the one that planes up.
This is
back at it.
God.
And the butterflies are only moving. Ooh.
Look at that. That's one of the ever. How do you immediately light your tires on fire? To soak them or something, right?
What's telling me hurt is the wheel speed so high. And if you also the smaller particles around it, plus the McFarland spark plug.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3
seconds.
I want to do this so bad.
And right now, he's about a quarter throttle. Look at that.
Man.
Wild.
This is
with a big blower motor like that, it doesn't take very much throttle. Like our monster trucks can be on the revometer at quarter throttle easily if you just let it go, but that's one of the insane things about a blower motor. Actually, if you talk to my dad and all his ridiculous stories, he put loose throttle return springs on it, and actually the suction from the blower held the butterflies open, wide open. So he was stuck wide open, just riding it out.
Wow.
Damn.
No thanks.
So walk us through big blocks, because that's your guys' life is big blocks. Like what are you guys running? What size blowers are you running? What are you guys building?
So ours are 540 cubic inch world product blocks. They're we're running an 871 blower. It's a rule by Monster Jam, our sanctioning body, that we can't run any bigger than 871, and it's big, but it's not that big when you get into the really crazy world of horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also restricted on the overdrive. We can only spin the blower 10% faster than the crank, and depending on the blower you have, you can vary 5-10 pounds of boost max. But for a blower, for us, the little field blowers have lasted the longest. As far as just us beating them up and not having to restrip them all the time. And we're only making like 13 pounds of boost, which isn't a huge number, but it's still a 540 cubic inch blower motor, 12.5 to 1 compression, and also we drive them around like they're like a normal vehicle too. Like we should be, taking it easy on it and like only driving around when it's necessary, towing it and this and that, but we start them up and drive it like it's a riding lawnmower. So we beat on ours pretty bad. We're running EFI now from Holly, so that's been a big, nice change for us. But we're still the biggest thing with the big roots blower motor like that with big cubic inches. The torque is just freaking insane. So that's the reason why I can spin my 700+ pound tires, all 4 of them, off the get go, no matter what I'm on.
And the craziest thing about roots blowers is it's literally the oldest technology. Like it's been around for 150 years. Like the concept of the 871, 671 blower. It's like, because they came off diesel engines back in the day. It's just wild. Yeah, it's insane. The 6V92 and 8V92 diesel motors actually had them mounted on the side of the engine. Yep. They still, actually, a lot of people still today, it's like the budget way of doing a roots blower is you change the end caps on those old school blowers off those diesel engines and throw them right on the top of a motor. A buddy of mine has a mega truck with a stock, whatever the small LS is, bone stock pull-out engine with that GM 8V92 blower on it, and it actually makes pretty crazy power for being like a less than, he's probably got $2,000 in the motor. And the nomenclature for everyone, so there's like 471, 671, 871, they were all just named by this size engine. So like an 871 was an 8-cylinder blower back in the day. Like they went all the way up to 24 V71s, which sat on 24 cylinder engines, stuff like that. So it's just crazy that technology has been going for this long.
Here we go. I'm gonna show. Let's see what we're really up against.
The guys on that open course was the scariest. About a minute he's into it. So.
Right?
Oh, Rip.
He just threw that tire off like a belt. Can you do a high-speed run too?
Yeah, I can't remember where that video is, but man, that was. I took a ride with Lynchy, and it was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm pretty certain. So like Lynchy went, a power skid for them is just full throttle, no brakes. But he tried to do it for like a majority of the course. And we went through the drag strip, and we were catching like a C606. We were catching it, just doing straight burnout, and I was terrified. And we ended up flying off course too, which is terrifying.
So is the power skid the straight line burnout? Is that what that is?
Pretty much, it's not even straight line. It's just it can be straight line, sure, but I mean they were chucking it through turns, Corey, like you wouldn't believe.
Well, and the reason I asked that is somebody suggested in chat. Breaks. Somebody suggested in chat to look up Gup's Power Slide Elvis, which it's a 106 millimeter turbo burnout car, and I did a link. I sent it to her just a second ago, but it looks like they're just doing the high speed full pulls. And even this thing, this is another style of the burnouts, the variations. Obviously, you have, I guess, the pit at the Summer Nats. You have the Burnyard. You have the Cleetus. But this is another sketchy thing where it almost looks like a drag race, straight pull, how fast you can go ripping a skid. So this is the 106 millimeter turbo. And just...
Sounds like a jet.
106 millimeter. Like this is another style of that burnout, but it's just these cars are getting absolutely insane. Which here we are coming up with a game plan to blow those dudes' doors off.
Yeah, now we're all excited watching Burnout videos and trying to figure out what our plan is. So
Yeah, man. I can watch Burnout videos all day.
Well, I think one thing that we were actually talking about, and one of the questions that we were going to ask is if you had $5,000 to buy a roller to build into a drag car, what would you drop $5K on to be your burnout car of choice? $5K. It could be a runner, roller, whatever it is, and that's including you, Chad. If you guys want to jump into this, well, yeah.
Hold on, you said burnout car and also drag car. Is it
Well,
drag
burnout car essentially. But it's $5,000, and
AMC Pacer. Let's get after it.
Ooh, AMC Pacer. I'm gonna look. Hold on. Let's look up AMC Pacer.
It's the ugliest car, man.
You know what it
But it
is.
would be perfect. Because you
Oh,
still put a big
Scotto, have you sat on one of these things before? Hold on. You could just Google image. I sent you Google image AMC Pacer. It's it looks like the Murph Mobile, except he was driving a Gremlin in Wayne's World. But this is.
No, I think it was a Pacer.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a Pacer. The Gremlin's a great one too. I mean, look at that 77 with the cowl on it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and you go big block.
Just, I'll tell you why, because I've thought through this. I'll tell you why, because the Australians undoubtedly own the burnout field. That's their thing. So you have to build a car that is truly American, and nothing is more American than American Motor Company's Pacer. I mean, that is a truly American car. All the other cars have been sort of sold over in Australia, right? So this thing is just this gem of disaster right here. It's a truly American vehicle. And it's small wheelbase, because I always like the small burnout cars, like the Toyotas, everything else those guys build are just sick.
This is the car right here.
Javelins.
That is.
Tony showed this to us when he was on the stream, and I'm absolutely in love with this car.
Yeah. You remember when Ring Brothers brought theirs to the shop, you and they actually let me do a burnout in it, which is crazy because that car is probably $500,000.
Yeah, but this one is way sicker.
Well, this is the actual Trans Am build car. That's why it's a proper race car. So
it's sick. I genuinely love this vehicle.
The Panasports on it, or Mini Lights, or Watanabes, whatever you want, Watanabes, whatever you want to call them. That's like such a classic wheel for that car. I just got a set of those wheels redone for the Nova.
Dick.
Yeah, 3-piece just did a set for me for the
They
Nova.
finished?
Yeah, I got to go pick them up.
Nice.
After this whole thing.
Zach, what would you pick? 5K.
Ooh.
Burnout chassis.
5K burnout chassis. Man, it would honestly be either a second gen F body, preferably Trans Am, just because, Thunder Chicken for the win. Got to do it for my man Bandit. Or if it wasn't that, I don't know, man. You know what, dude? The all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive burnouts, man. There's something in my heart. So probably like either like a K5 or like a '80s Bronco, just because they're cheap as hell still. Rusted shit box.
Yeah, and you can still find those. You can literally still find those on Craigslist. So that's what we do.
I just feel like the all-wheel drive thing is not proper burnout machine, because like you just need too much movement and speed to kind of keep them going.
Still, you got a short wheelbase. I mean, you can do rear-wheel drive, but I mean, it'd be cool to be able to shift something into 4 low and just finish.
See, what would be cool is to run a vehicle that had a transfer case where you could actually switch from rear-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive on the fly.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if you could pop it in at 7,200 RPM and start spinning the front wheels, that'd be sick.
Fact. Dan, what do you got?
I'd still just I'd have to get a Fox body. It's just the American burnout car to me. I don't know why. It's just the easiest to stuff in. It's cheap, fun. You can make them look gnarly, but dude, that's for $5,000. It's got to be that.
Yeah, and chat's spamming Fox body. They've been spamming it for the.
I've always said Fox Body is like the best drag car you could buy because there's so many parts off the shelf.
Yeah.
Like it's a full, you don't have to fabricate anything. You can buy and bolt in everything for that vehicle and make it a 7-second car.
And
I always thought when you're going to the track and you see a Fox Body, it's either the biggest piece of shit you've ever seen or it does wheelies. There's no in between.
And sometimes it's the biggest piece of shit you've ever seen and it still does wheelies.
Still does wheelies, yeah.
And
it's a pretty monster car for me, and I had one, so.
Oh, and we also, and that's not. And I want to get to Ryan Anderson too, because Ryan looks like he's already thinking of a few things. So, Ryan,
So,
5K. What do you
if
got?
I had 5K to spend, preferably through Craigslist, I'm definitely gonna go for the mid '90s Buick Roadmaster wagon. But it's got to be the what do they call it? The camper special comes with a locker ready to rip. You do that, and I mean LT1 small block ready to rip in there, and put some 513s or something crazy in the back of it. I mean, you're pretty much ready to go then. And the best thing about it, I mean, not only is it a wagon, most of the time they have the wood grain on the side, but the third row faces backwards.
Yeah.
So when you flip that third row up, you got to go through the back hatch, and that is the ultimate fling your buddies ever built.
Dude, Ryan,
good idea.
I was driving to a car show one time with a bunch of my friends, and we think we're all cool with our roll cage cars, looking all sick. Some dude in a Buick Roadmaster comes skirting by, shooting sparks out, just slammed, going probably 70, 80 mile an hour down the highway with a surfboard on the roof. Didn't look at one of us, just so hard, just rolled all of us, and I was like, we should just go home. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Back it up, boys.
Back it up.
Back it up. John, what you got?
For 5K, I'd probably have to get into the ugly years of an El Camino, possibly. So, or even maybe the late 80s. The late 70s are really gross, and then the 80s got better, but they're super, there's no weight over the rear end. So you don't have to worry about having.
Wait. Those are the ugly years?
79s?
Let's see.
No, 77.
77. Those are the gross ones, but you should be able to get that.
Yeah, 79 was a G-body.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, G-body era is my favorite Elko.
Yeah, it's the smallest one.
Yeah. Sorry, do not agree with you at all on those.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, dude, nah, man.
No, now.
There is no. El Camino is 59 to 60, maybe 69.
No. The project that's in my head is an El Camino Grand National, so a GNX or a Grand National front with the Buick 6 with the El Camino back.
Wait, it's 6-cylinder?
Yeah, the turbo Buick 6.
Oh, they just sound so gross, man. Can we all agree?
Shut your mouth, even though you have a mustache again. Listen, but they actually made an IndyCar version that revs to 11,000 RPM. So I put that motor in.
Okay, well that's not
fantasy builds.
No, it's the $5,000 is just the platform, John. It's just the platform, and then after that, obviously money.
Ryan Anderson gave us a whole car for $5,000. He's for a man who has 96 big blocks in his backyard. He's very practical.
So here's what they are. This is not the good-looking years of El Camino.
No. We're talking about the year after this.
No,
79 forward.
You could get this for probably maybe $1,200 for a really rough one, and spend the rest of your money to get the motor and a transmission. Probably you might be able to get one for $1,200 running.
I think it's $5,000 just for the car. The bill's not included.
Yeah.
Just shell.
Well,
because if we're gonna have to blow Cletus's doors off, we have to kind of figure out what's our baseline, where we starting, and then figure out.
I feel like the baseline has to be Hertz Torque Stallion.
100%. Yep.
It's got pedigree to it.
Yep.
It just needs. The question is do we twin turbo it? Do we throw a blower on it? Do we throw a blower and 2 turbos on it? I mean, where are we going with this?
Blower, turbo, and nitrous. Let's do it all.
There you go.
Just do it all. Every power adder.
Every power adder. Do it all.
I mean, just to be me, I'd say turbos. But I mean, blowers are really what send the burnout cars over the edge.
Well, that's the other thing. If it's a 5 versus 5, we got to figure out the other 4. I think Hertz the grand finale. Hurt Daddy's the grand finale, and that thing's an I just
finished what I would bring. So.
Yeah, this is my American Burnout car if we're doing that.
Man, that's just my car. I just love those things.
I do too.
Guilty pleasure. I absolutely love that car.
Stolen one for $3,500.
Ooh.
You could take a Caprice wagon too. You know what I mean? Do the same thing.
Got the wheels. Already got the wheels covered up. That's a good call, Zach.
Hey, what's the title status on that one? Did you read that? It said missing.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's out of the system. You good?
Yeah. All right. See you later. Thanks for the piece of paper, signature, runoff.
There you go. This is a show car from back in the day that is actually twin turbo into a roots blower.
Yeah, now we're talking.
This is pretty bananas right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
is that still carbureted too? My
It
goodness.
is.
Yeah.
And it's a suck-through carburetor.
Yep.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a wild setup. This isn't a 65 Nova from back in the day, but
That is confusing.
yes. 90, but that's a whole lot.
Would you call that a triple pumper?
Loincloth Gaming says one of those cars should be a limousine.
Ooh, I kind of like that idea.
We talked about last SEMA. We were going to build a limo to bring out the burn yard at SEMA. So, I mean, it's something we've already chatted about.
Yeah, slammed H2 limo burnout car.
With a stripper pole and a jacuzzi.
Gotta have the jacuzzi. You're not doing it unless you got a jacuzzi in the back of your limousine.
Mm-hmm.
Dead serious.
And it's a fitness pole. Okay.
Fitness pole.
Fitness pole. I love how Zach has had to justify that to his lady. Compound turbos on meth.
Hey, and shout out to Summer Nats for entering the chat as well.
Oh yeah.
We got
Summer Nats is here.
Summer Nats in there.
We had Summer Nats in the chat in there holding it down. We're prepping, boys.
Boys, all right, here we go. Here you go. It's ready.
Man, that thing would be the slowest donuts ever.
It'd be like swinging a 10-foot battle axe, because once you get the inertia up, it's rolling heads. Also, it'd probably break in half.
Just wall to wall, just a perfect circle around.
You would probably have to back it in and then just burn out of the track. Like there's no.
No, I got you hooked up, man. I know all this stuff about rear steer. We'll put a front end underneath the back of that thing, dude. You'll put it wherever you want.
That's amazing.
What kind of steering box do you use for the rear? Like what is it?
It's all hydraulic. Like it's electric over hydraulic, so it's got a hydraulic pump, like you would use for like a hydraulic car, or a hydraulic dump bed on something like that. So that electric motor just runs off 12-volt, spins up, pushes hydraulic pressure through directional valves, like electronic actuated valves that's run off a switch, and runs into a hydraulic ram on the back, and it's just pulling in either direction. It's kind of like it goes in place like a steering stabilizer would go, but it's actually powering it back and forth.
I got it's pretty cool.
We can make it happen.
And out of curiosity, I'm not familiar with how rear steer works, but how does it work? What is it linked to the steering wheel, obviously, and it just
No, it's separate. There's like a pistol grip inside of our like the monster trucks are. We have basically a piece of pipe with a toggle switch in it, a 3-way toggle switch resting in the center, spring loaded, momentary to either left or right. In my particular setup, the toggle switch it goes the same way as my steering wheel when I want to turn sharp. You can do it opposite to make it crab walk. The truck will actually go sideways and drive at like a 45-degree angle. But that switch powers the hydraulic motor down at the bottom. And the hydraulic motor has a reservoir, big, huge motor, like a big old-school starter motor looking deal. And then it's got all, I don't even know, it's some crazy like solenoid valves that are actuated by that button. And when one solenoid pops open, it lets fluid go through one way, which then pushes the rams, the cylinders in or out and makes it turn. It's kind of hard to explain without showing you stuff. I'm not that good at explaining stuff anyway, but it's in the Hoonigan video of me at the Burnyard a little bit, and then on the Bill bio when it comes out.
Oh.
So when you're out competing, how many times do you use that rear steer? Are you on that switch a lot?
Oh yeah, I use it honestly more than the front steer.
Wow.
Yeah. It's because our trucks are so big. It's so hard to like do anything with front steering. It normally pushes like the front tires. You can have it turned almost all the way and it just barely will start catching. But the rear steer, it actually pushes the back end of the truck out and around, and it'll get the truck turning in the direction you want. So it's most of the time I'm using 100% rear steer and then correcting with the front.
That's crazy.
Science.
Does your truck run on alcohol or methanol?
Straight methanol, yeah.
Yeah. And that's how it just stays cool, right? Too, with that.
It helps it, yeah. It helps it stay cool, yeah. Yeah, and we run our trucks pretty fat too. Like it's pretty tame tune up for what they could be. But that also just helps for us to be able to absolutely dog it out for 2 to 3 minutes straight at a time.
Ryan, I have a question. So when you're driving your normal truck, your daily, did your head ever try and reach for that switch to turn your truck on the street? It's like
I haven't done that. Which I'll say, driving my Blazer down the road is like probably more out of control than driving my monster truck, just because that thing is ridiculous. But I honestly think about it all the time. Like if I were to get into a situation where I was about to crash, I feel like I would probably go into monster truck mode. And like I even worry about it sometimes. Like, am I going to get into it? Because I know like coming up to a ramp at times with a monster truck, I have to like pin it or else I'm going to crash really bad, which is not like always the most ideal thing. And I worry if I get going crazy with my daily, am I going to pin it instead of letting up? Like if I get down in a ditch and go to hit a driveway sideways, I always think about that. Like, man, they're pretty good ramps, Am I going to kill it? Am I going to go for it off of that or what? So I haven't done it before, but I think I probably would in the certain circumstances.
Man.
Limousine, rear steer, burnout car.
Blower motor.
Big block.
Okay, so we got the formula. Now we just need to be able to work on cars again at the shop of the lift.
Yeah. That's the hard part. We're going to need dual lifts in line for the limo, though.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys use to get your trucks in there to work on them? Do you guys
Someone said get a hearse burnout car, Brian?
They're heavy, man. We had one.
We actually we had an employee, Eddie Longshore, used to work for us.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a hearse. It was a 67, was it, I think? And forever we were going to build this thing into a burnout car. Like that was the whole plan. But yeah, they're big and heavy. And they're also like really custom built, So if like a piece of glass breaks on them, you're kind of screwed replacing them and stuff like that.
Damn.
Panda Vengeance in the chat says I should turn the green Audi into a burnout car. Yo, people with the green, man, just triggers all day. All day triggers. For everyone who's asking, Cletus was on. If you missed it, we talked a lot about the Freedom 500. That's this weekend. Do it on pay-per-view. We also talked about the Freedom Factory, but most importantly, we talked about Hurt versus Cletus in a Burnout challenge, which has now kind of seemed like it's grown into an all-star battle. So it's going to be Cletus brings his best five, we bring our best five. That's why.
I'm not going anywhere without bringing my boys.
Yeah, we got your back on this one. That's why Ryan Anderson has joined the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have, I think, Ken Block on the stream later this week. I'm pretty sure we could come back him into building some rowdy ass burnout car. So we'll see. Bring the team,
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, and the chat was going through already picking up their dream team, but
just go ahead, drop your dream team again.
Yeah.
Cletus said he's got about that was for the Freedom.
That was for this.
Yeah.
For this, it's going to be 6 people. Me and Cletus, and then pick your other 5 Hoonigans.
So it's Hoonigan and Hoonigan extended family, right?
Yep.
So any of the Hoonigan athletes like Ryan Anderson, Micah, DJ Baldwin, Leah Pritchett, just the crew. So
James and Peter.
Oh.
James and Peter. So.
Yo, James and Peter and the welded together E46.
Yeah. I was actually, while you guys were chatting, I was thinking about a fun build would be to do a 6-wheel vehicle, but just the back 4 wheels spin.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you have the 4 wheels spin for smoke, but you've got the front wheels to kind of help, you know, track you and slow you down. So.
Tisto says Zach, Dan, Hurt, Brian, and Brian. Hurt, Micah, JTP. JTP's now in the mix. He shredded the last Burnyard. Absolutely went nuts.
I was in there. That was wild.
Kibby's also been brought up, which Kibby in his truck is absolutely nuts as well.
There you go. Scotto, this is what we should use for the 6-wheel setup.
Oh my God. Yo, you just reminded Zach of where he was conceived. That is where Zach was conceived. The one on the right, incredible 6-wheel 1977 custom Dodge van. That is Zach's. He was also his birthplace as well.
Yeah. Oh, it was a water birth because there's a jacuzzi in the back.
And a water bed, you know, it's just one from the other.
Yeah. Conceived in waterbed, born in rolling jacuzzi.
Yeah. Oh man.
Is there a way we can get Cacao back to do a Burnout? A lot of chat, man, asking for Cacao on ripping a skid. Sarah Price, the Dodgy Bond should be running to do a Burnout. People are saying to bring that back.
Oh,
that thing's been in hibernation for a little bit.
Yo, Dodgy Bond with a elephant in it. You can kind of...
Would it fit though?
Yeah, you put it in like the cargo area.
Yeah, mid-engine.
Yeah, exactly. Just cut a hole in the floor. It's pretty easy.
Just connect the tail shaft of the transmission straight to the rear end.
I mean, the good thing is that if it's just wide open throttle, you just need like a binary switch just to turn the power on. Just steer your way out of it.
And by the way, Dan just linked and sent it off to you. It was the first tandem BMWs, because we were talking about Peter and James with the tandem Burnout BMWs. Let's show you what these maniacs built, which could easily enter the Burnout comp.
You know what? And it shows off their talent too, just to how good they are at driving, because the wheels operate each front wheel, right? So one's left-hand drive, one's right-hand drive, one's left-hand drive, one's right-hand drive, one's operating the front right, one's operating the front left, but the diff is together in the rear. So all the wheels are spinning in the back.
We need to get them to VA swap them.
It is wild.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so literally at this point, James can turn right, Peter can turn left, and the wheels would just go full floppy. So they have to steer in unison.
The inner wheels are not in there, right? It's just the outside wheels.
Slowly.
Yeah, so there's nothing connecting those two wheels. It is literally those two synchronizing and responding to each other's motion.
Exactly. It's one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. And they're so good. They're just bone stock E46s.
I want a second.
And we played them shredding the...
If they steer the wrong way, the tires hit each other, right?
They can go like this.
There's no inside.
There's no inside.
There's no inner wheel.
Oh, okay.
They just welded it together so it stays up.
But there's 4 wheels out back. So.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. We have somebody that just joined chat. I don't know if you see this or not.
Oh!
Wow.
Hi.
Hey, Cacao.
Oh no! Don't leave! Don't leave!
Oh!
Don't leave!
What's up?
Just tell me you love me.
No.
So Cacao, good to see you. It's been a while. So we've been challenged to a burnout contest, and we've decided that you need to drive one of the cars. Are you in? You got to do it for the family, man.
Okay.
We're gonna have to go to Texas, but you already said okay, so let's do this.
He's been to Texas before. You don't remember Texas, Cacao? He had a cowboy hat and everything.
I went to Texas.
Or Texas.
It was hot.
In the middle country.
And it rained.
Didn't you wear a cowboy hat the whole time?
I wore a cowboy hat half the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of vehicle are you in that has like an all glass roof?
Cacao saying yes means he loves me.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. We all figured that.
You guys caught me in the middle of my project.
What are you doing? You work on your car? All of us
Placing
talking
this
about working on cars.
dirty ass air filter in the Tesla.
Are you painting your wheels red? Be honest, Cacao.
Is Cacao working on a car right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
I just cleaned it.
You've gotten a lot further in life than I have.
The internet video said it took like half an hour. It took like 5 minutes. So stupid.
Just covered your mic.
Sorry.
How you been, Cacao? We missed you.
Good. My volume on this thing sucks right now. Let me try to figure that out. Hold on.
We have a new semi-asshole in the office named Soupy. He fills in some of the gap for our audience because our audience is casually racist. But other than that, you know, it's been we've been missing you for sure.
Howdy. Sorry.
Your mouth.
Yeah, you remember, we're still in Texas, so we're out here. Howdy.
Yeah.
What's funny is that's my picture for my Regal Unlimited. I'm wearing a stupid cowboy hat and sunglasses because that was the only portrait picture I had.
Cacao,
what?
Tell me you love me.
Hi.
Just say it one time.
Nope.
I love how even live Cacao is so awkward.
What am I supposed to be doing?
The funny thing is in the early days, Cacao, on the show, everyone thought we were being mean to you, but they didn't realize that you were just mean to us all the time as the camera was off. And it was just us being able to kind of lash back out at you. Because everyone was like, man, why is Kurt so mean to Cacao? They just didn't really know the true you.
Never mean to him. I only showed him love.
Cacao is still to this day one of my favorite people. He's the realest person ever. If he doesn't like you, you will know he doesn't like you.
Instantly.
What are you guys doing right now?
Looking at you.
We're looking at you.
Yep.
Looking at us. Looking at you.
Burnout.
Yeah, do a burnout.
Do a burnout, Cacao.
Do a burnout.
Is that your Tesla? What are you in?
Yeah, I'm in my car. I told you I'm cleaning it out.
Wait, what? Where's the air filter on a Tesla?
It's a cabin air filter.
Underneath this thing, I had to undo it. I literally just got
cabin air filter.
Let's give Cacao a hip hip for working on his car. I honestly thought he would take. Yo, is he wearing the Joe Exotic shirt?
I'm Rick. I'm Rick.
Can't see it.
Looks like Joe Exotic's boyfriend, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cacao has drip.
Can you read it?
Is that or am I tripping?
It does look like Travis. It does.
Cacao is Team Travis.
Yo, you know what's crazy is Cacao probably has gotten more work done on his Tesla this week than most of us have. So
I haven't touched my car.
John, I know you worked on your car a bit. Dan, I know you didn't work on your car. Hurt, I know you built a playground instead. I worked a little bit on my car, but probably not as much as Cacao did. It's sad, folks.
I washed my wife's car. That thing. Then I just washed my car and I just put ceramic coating on it.
You still got the Jag?
No Jag. Bummed.
Why don't you make your wife do a burnout?
She's inside working.
So?
Break time. Burnout.
This is important.
Break time.
Break time burnout. Should I tell her that? See what she says.
Here, let's just go ahead and throw it back to.
We're gonna bring up when Cacao did a burnout.
Yeah, let's just throw it back to one of Cacao's best moments.
Today on Hoonigan Daily Transmissions, we're going to on a time with Cacao.
Oh man, the old days.
Kim.
Oh.
Here, I'll give you guys a little
you're on the
Kim
phone right now?
possible.
All right.
Do you like wait for like
Yo.
20 minutes? Put me in
Ah, you're on. No, if you're making us wait, yeah, if you're making him wait for 20 minutes.
Not going to
All right, Cacao,
Here we go.
Worst you can do. Hurt's already done. We'll just crash it into the wall.
Thanks, Brian.
All right. So what you're gonna do? Push the clutch in. It's in first gear.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
You're gonna rev it. You're gonna rev the out of it. Turn the wheel. Yep. See, you got that down. Turn the wheel and pop the clutch, and then spin donuts. You've done donuts before. We've seen it.
No,
Yes, you have. The smart car.
Smart car didn't do donuts.
It was the same idea, though.
I'm just trying not to run into anything.
Yep. If you hit something, just whatever. But
Just don't hit the fence.
everyone, ladies and gentlemen,
That
boys and
helmet
girls,
is so hard.
Stephen Cacao is about to do donuts.
It's about to go down.
This is gold, man.
This is so gold.
Cleared it. When I cleared it.
All right, back up. I don't know. Back
I don't know
up.
about
What's
that
the
one.
worst that can happen?
Back up. Back up.
Go right into that.
Back up. Back up.
Is that bad?
Back up. Back up.
Do you want us?
Back
Do you
up.
realize we're just...
That's what I'm doing. All right, stop.
Like you don't even push in the back up.
Go forward a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. There you go. There you go.
Cacao, does this bring back feels?
A little bit more.
No.
A little bit more.
That's a lot more.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right. No, go more.
Such a process.
Nice. Nice.
Up the ramp.
Nice. Hey, go forward a little more.
You said that
A
like
little more, man. Don't argue with me. I'm your teacher. Forward.
moving forward. Can you not feel us?
All right.
Yo, I miss this so much.
You're good there.
Cacao, I miss you.
I think we need gas.
No. So you got to floor it a lot harder this time.
What do you mean a lot harder?
Just
Like
fucking
all
pop,
the
pop, pop,
way.
pop, pop, and stay floored. Don't fucking lift.
Oh,
All right, because that
we were
that
Wide open.
was a C minus. I want to see an A plus right now. One-handed stop.
Yo, this is pre-Lambo doors and all.
Up and down in the back for the old days.
That car was so dirty inside.
I know that Hurt has it. Look at that.
Hey, so we got to do that again. I think I'm weighing this thing down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so-
he's ready for a solo run.
I think you're ready to do it by yourself.
Solo run. Oh, you lost part of the exhaust.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing at.
That's my baby right there. That's my baby boy.
Wow.
He's all grown up today. So
I
stoked.
stole that picture.
Cacao is everything that you want to be
It was just
in life.
stuck in the exhaust.
Cacao
Fact.
is. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Goku,
Yep.
and Superman and Batman all spliced into one little Japanese man. Yeah. He's a bad mother.
You ready for this? Yeah, now you gotta do it again.
You still feel that
Now
powerful,
you have to
Cacao?
prove to us that you could do everything Hurt told you to do.
Man, that's the good old days.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, this angle's great. You get both.
Cacao, don't let me down.
Only if we can relive this in the Tesla right now.
You got this.
I miss this shit. I'm risky for standing
That tire's done. Oh, it's blue. All right.
In the feels.
Cacao.
This is the best.
This is the best day ever. What was that noise? That's Cacao popping his first tire. That's Cacao just popped his first tire. Champion? Oh, pass him over. Let me get something. I'm gonna lion kick him. I'm gonna lion kick him. Oh, my God, it's too heavy.
Well, you popped one of these things. They're brand new.
Cool.
Good time.
Now I hate the winter apple. All right, so Cacao, if we're gonna build you a burnout car, what's it gonna be? Trans Am?
By the way, Kyle, you like my background? That's for you, dog.
I do actually.
Cacao's just gonna
Did you
ignore
draw
us.
that?
No, I did not draw that.
Not as enthusiastic as the rest of us are about this. Yo, chat, what should we build Cacao as a burnout car if he's gonna be one of the All-Star 5?
I mean, Cacao always said he loves the fire chickens.
That's what I was saying. Trans Am, is that the way to go? What are we doing here?
Or what if you rebirth that moment and build him a gnarly E36, or get him in the Knuckle Busters E36 and really hype that thing up?
What if we built him an electric burnout car?
Ooh.
I mean, there's no limiter, there's no noise, but you could probably do like 300-mile-an-hour wheel speed.
He's sitting in it right now. Just do an app. Just update your app.
A lot of smart cars, They do make a good boost to swap for the smart car.
Ooh, third gen fire chicken, a fire truck, brilliant. Nova wagon.
Technically, Shark Car is still his.
Oh, it's true.
Technically, he paid for Shark Car.
Yeah. That is true.
You're gonna take that from me.
Trans Am.
Hey, Brian, is it Nova running?
Yo, Cacao, I think your hands over the mic.
Oh, sorry. Hey,
There we go.
is that Nova running, Brian?
No, of course not. Thanks, Cacao.
Oh.
Anyway, next
Shocking.
question.
Well, you got a picture of it.
I drove the Audi home. Yeah. If you watched today's episode, which you clearly didn't, you see me driving the Audi. So,
Oh, that works? Good for you.
We watch Cacao's smart cars.
That was a good day, too. Man, Cacao, I'm surprised you stayed on for so long.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this is incredible.
We really didn't prepare enough content for you.
Yeah, it's borderline awkward. I think he's.
I can go get lunch and get off. I don't.
No.
Yes.
God, that car was so small.
We're heading in the right direction. I like it.
This is Cacao's favorite.
Oh!
Cacao,
My life.
why did you let us do this to
Can
you?
I try?
I don't care.
It's about to go down. Look how happy we were together. You have to feel something from this, Cacao.
You ready?
I took you to the Clippers game.
Yeah, you did. Cacao took me on a date. It was a really good date.
Cacao, you've been up to visit Little Stretch, right?
Where?
Yeah, he met my son.
Okay.
You went and met her son, Stretch?
What's
Yeah. Dude was huge.
You know, I got the kid now, too.
That's a flag waiting to happen.
Yeah, we got to
Really?
fast forward
Is he
that audio.
huge?
Not as big as Stretch, but he's got like those big paws.
Oh, so he's gonna be a giant too.
He's showing signs of gigantism.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Big old claws.
How many of you guys had a smart car at the donor garage at one point? Like, yeah, Scotto had a smart car. John had a smart car.
Still do.
Cacao kind of started a revolution.
He did. He sold me on it right away.
Yo, and for everyone shitting on a smart car, it's actually a lot of fun to drive. They kind of like drive like golf carts. And if you live in Los Angeles, you don't have to sit. You don't have to sit.
Yeah, we used to whack music in our first video.
Time because
That's actually a famous 90s hip hop beat that someone just redid. Not as good as the original.
We'll be doing.
See if anyone in the chat can name what that beat's from.
And Scotto, I do enjoy the WD-40 blast on the tires.
Yo, I was trying to get us sponsored by whoever I could back then. You know? I had to feed my family.
Oh!
I mean, Cacao.
Yo, this car was brand new.
Oh no!
God, I miss being idiots in the yard, man.
I almost feel like we either need to shrink Burnyard back to being something small like this, or we just need a new location. Like I watch these videos during the live stream. I just miss.
I've never been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's run that crash back.
High five for commitment.
That was a good punt too.
Oh no!
I'm hoping Ryan's getting some ideas on to build a smart car.
Put a blower motor in the back.
Yeah, look at Young T.
Look at this.
Look at Young T.
Yo, that little walk right there is so cute, Herc.
Look
Hey,
at
man,
Young
you gotta do what
T.
you gotta do. Don't focus on my butt cheeks. Look at T.
Trust me, I'm not going to make fun of anyone about their butt.
They're probably stitched together.
This is a different Teague right here. What did we do?
Yo, Teague aged 37 years in the past 3 years.
Teague, I'm so sorry if you're watching this.
Sorry, Teague.
Man, look, geez.
Yo, by the way, hip hip for Teague. Teague is the man behind the scenes.
Yep. Yeah.
You mean Teague's still there?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Not tired of us yet.
I'm surprised.
Oh, he is, but
Even Vin was leaning mean. Look at that stud, dude. There it is.
Vinny's just lifting it up.
Yeah.
Hulk Vin.
Yeah, don't show that to Ben. That'll
Man,
make
this car
it
sucks.
Cacao. It was a good run, my friend.
Hey, Ryan's still here. Hey, Ryan.
That doesn't make you miss me a lot.
Hi, Ryan.
Howdy, partner. I think we should put a blower motor in a smart car.
No, we should put a blower motor in everything. Let's just
Yeah, dude. My dad's always said that. He wanted to do like a blower motor rampage and build one motor, build like basically a cage for it to go in and just keep putting it and stuff and just demolish it, whatever it's in, take it out, put it in the next thing, and just see how much stuff we can tear up with one motor.
Well, we've got a 64 Oldsmobile 98 parade car with no roof on it. We could definitely use a blower big block.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got to be mounted as high as possible every time, and or dual intercooler spacers. So
Yeah,
it's just,
that's the move. Or you can also double stack 871s or 671s, and just run them
just
off.
ridiculousness. If the pulley's not out of the hood, it doesn't count.
I agree.
Okay, let's get one more Cacao moment and then kick him out.
Done.
Because he won't say he loves me, so he can't hang out.
Oh, is this when he crashes the car?
Yes.
The other guy's car? Oh, so good.
I didn't crash into it.
Whoa! You get whiplash.
Whoa!
I guess I did
Oh,
that.
sick! Cacao gets a number on the back.
Oh yeah, you broke something. You now get a tally.
Okay, a little reach around. Okay. A little reach around. Yeah, it's cute.
You got to pull the slack out of the rope. So go forward a little
Dude.
bit. Go forward a little more. A little
Can't
more.
believe you guys fit in that back seat.
Scotto folded up like a lawn chair to get in the back.
Don't go until he goes. Let him start doing a burnout first.
Cheaters.
Go back the other way. Go back the other way.
I'm embarrassed.
You just crashed into his car.
Cacao, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Go forward slowly until you got to pull the slack out. Well, he kept coming.
The beauty prior to social distancing right
Oh
here.
my god, this is horrible.
Well, you guys make it sound like I've done these things before.
It's car.
You never watched this, Cacao?
Cacao. Don't listen to any of these jabronis and just
I was
floor.
there.
Put it in first, not reverse though. Fuck it, put it in second. Put that shit in second. Really? So you're just gonna bog down.
Rev the fuck out of it.
Yeah, like all the way up.
Man, we were nasty boys.
That was back when we didn't bleed first.
Yeah, we were nasty boys.
Or the monetization.
Second gear didn't work.
Second gear doesn't work.
Reset.
Triple or nothing!
This is no one's fault but theirs. The three scumbags.
Wait, us?
Yeah. It's,
Oh my god. I can't believe you guys fit in that back of the seat.
Damn it, how we got
Then he had to save us.
He's got way more power.
Maybe we should all get out. Maybe the weight's a bad idea.
No, yeah, let's get out. Let's try no one.
Yeah, look at Vinny's skills right here.
What? Well, that's gonna be a good idea.
Well, this isn't working.
Let her do it.
Where are you going? Oh, dude.
Maybe it's the weight.
Ew.
It's not.
Ew. You're gross.
Alright, now there was one less.
Fuck, that's really nicer back here.
Oh, wait a minute. I think we're gonna have.
Wait, is there water now?
Where are you going?
By the way, while we're all getting out of the car, Summer Nat's boys asked in the chat, could the crew be the first Americans to do a proper burnout at Summer Nat's? Are they throwing a little shade at Cletus? I thought he went out there, but I guess his car broke, right? So he never got to do a proper burnout.
No, he did a burnout. He just it broke mid burnout.
All right.
Make sure you hit the brakes before we hit the.
Hey man, I'm down to pick up the challenge.
I'm down.
I'm out.
There it
I'm
is.
gonna leave you guys to whatever you guys are doing.
Cacao,
What?
Good times.
good times, man. I know
Okay,
deep
well-
down inside you miss me. You don't have to say it. I can feel it. I can see it in your eyes.
Oh, so Summer Nat said Cletus went harder than anyone else, but not the full sandwich.
Yeah, I was. I think
I
he
like
had.
that expression, not the full sandwich. I'm gonna move
But
that.
how can you go harder than someone else without the full sandwich?
I want to
I don't know.
Speaking of
Maybe
full
open
sandwich,
face.
Scotto's full turkey sandwich looked perfect.
It was a pretty good sandwich, but it was a half sandwich. I'll be honest.
Oh.
I'm trying to watch my figure, otherwise, you know, you just social distance yourself into a corner of fatness and donuts.
Dude, that's the thing when people say watch the figure. I watch my figure, but I just watch it grow.
Oh man, lots of bring back cacaos in the chat right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's coming back. The Ultimate Showdown, dude.
Yo, honestly, definitely the most polarizing comment I've ever read in the chat. The Corruptor, one of our mods, said hot dogs are the best sandwiches.
Are we gonna start this right now?
Brings back.
No, we ain't got time. There's only 30 minutes left in the stream, man. We ain't got time for that conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hold that conversation for the day.
That's.
I don't know, Ryan, can you go get something and like send something in the air real quick?
I don't really have anything here, man. I'm at my house and it's kind of lame.
Should we show Cacao?
Razor's out front, but there really ain't nothing I can do with it.
What do you got out front?
Let's hang up on Cacao and call Soupy.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Cacao, wait. Cacao, wait.
Don't
Cacao.
I'll never call you again.
Cacao,
You
I
just
love
won't
you.
hear it.
I love you. Cacao, I love you. Hold on, maybe you can't. Maybe you can't hear me. Cacao, I love you.
Yeah, it's great.
Cacao, I love you.
Dude,
Say
you're
it.
weird.
Say it back.
This reminds me of being like 14 and in love all over again.
Say it back. Say it back. No, you hang up.
Okay, well, that's
no,
great.
No, you.
It's great seeing you guys, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
I love you.
Bye, guys.
Say it back. Say it back.
Let's get some good cows in chat, boys. Let's go and start
Say
spamming
back.
those.
Say it
Let's send Cacao back off the space. Hopefully, we'll be seeing him in a burnout challenge here
Say it back.
and a track
Say it
across
back.
the United States near you.
Say it back.
Bye.
Say it back.
He stayed a long time. Oh,
Yeah.
he was on for a long time.
Hey, you got like a family sedan out there, Ryan? Go do a burnout in your driveway. Let the people
No,
know.
I don't, man. Well, you told me don't even worry
Zach, why
about.
don't you do a burnout in your apartment complex?
I'm out here.
Yeah, I don't have service in my garage.
Oh man,
It's raining.
It's
I don't have
raining.
no pants on.
Oh, where are we going now?
Whoa!
I just got
There-
the laser here, man.
Ooh.
My truck. I got my kid's race trailer there with his trophy card in it, but and a power
we're
wheel.
losing-
A
we're
Ford
losing
Flathead.
your service.
Oh man,
There you go.
Of course.
You're there. Oh,
Keep going.
everything cool. No, I had to turn off the Wi-Fi, man. Sorry. I'm still sandy and a couple cans in here.
oh, hey, if you take
Mountain
into there's a where you see the microphone button at the bottom right of your screen. There's a little arrow that goes up. If you go into audio settings, click audio settings, and then go to advanced.
Okay, let me try. Not seeing it, dude.
You don't see
There's
it.
an up arrow next to the microphone, and then it says audio settings.
Yeah, it's a little microphone in the bottom corner.
I don't know. I connected to Bluetooth and now I can barely hear you guys.
Oh.
Just screwed it all up. I'll just walk really far away.
Oh no! I was just gonna say we're gonna turn your audio to where you can actually hear it. We can hear you fire that truck up because it'll just mute it because it gets too loud.
Okay.
So you're
all right. I can't barely hear. Oh, what's going on here?
There you go. So there's a little microphone button at the bottom.
Yep.
And there's a little arrow that points up. If you click on that and then go to audio settings.
I'm not seeing a microphone button.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Even if you fire it up, just step a little bit further away, Ryan. Maybe we can hear the chop just a little bit away. If it's too close, I'll just blow out the audio.
Put your hand in front of the mic just so it gets a little more muffled.
It's a two-hand process to fire this old jewel up.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
You were leaning on it.
Yeah, he just broke the Zoom. The Zoom broke the Zoom.
The truck required all the Wi-Fi to start it.
Yeah. You can of course.
There we go. You were asking when I'm going to fix the napalm Nova, which means you didn't watch today's episode on Project Car Channel, so you can find the answer there. I know I'm demanding, but you know.
She's cold-blooded. Oh, and he muted himself. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
You're really far away.
Dude.
Nice.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah, we can actually hear it inside the car.
Oh, okay. I'll get in there. It's just cool as hell out here right now.
Man, it's like you got a big.
Oh.
Well.
Hey, Corey, have you preached the gospel about Falcon?
I've didn't. You know, I'll do it again. Let's do this. Hey, everybody tuning in right now. We got to send much love over the entire crew at Falcon Tires for giving us the ability to get the troops together to host this live stream. So you guys need to head over to Falcon Tire, throw some love on their most latest Instagram post, shout them out, and Hurt. We can even this a little early. What should they say on their Instagram, Hurt?
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure.
It is. But you knocked it out of the park every single time so far.
Hey guys, this quarantine would suck without Falcon Tires Hoonigan live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So there you guys go. Mods, exclamation point, Falcon in chat. Guys, go show Falcon some love for helping me put this whole live stream team together. We're here with Ryan Anderson. We had Cletus on earlier. So if you guys haven't, you can watch the VOD after the episode is up. Check out the Freedom Factory. But we have Ryan Anderson showing us some hot rods right now. But once again, shout out to Falcon Tire.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're on a little cruise.
Oh, yeah. Car seat, man.
Yeah.
Kids got to ride shotgun, for sure. Just kicking laps around the neighborhood in low range.
What trans do you have in that thing?
It's a turbo 400 with a 205 direct. That's like the gold nugget of four-wheel drive right there. With twin sticks.
Man,
Let me go ask my neighbor's house if I go ripping Burnout here.
What was that, Scotto?
I want Zach to build a car called the Gold Nugget.
Ooh.
What is it?
No, we should get Zach to build a car or a truck called the Golden Nugget.
So let's give a shout to Steve in chat. He's watched every live show.
That could be his six-wheel van.
Press 1 if you watched every live stream we've done so far.
Just dig in.
Press 3 if you showed up, but you're still hanging out and watching the rest of the show.
Hell yeah.
Just walking.
Man, that thing sounds nasty.
It's not bad. It's the only small block that I own.
Well, what made you go small block in this thing?
Brakes are on fire. What's that?
What made you go small block in this one?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. There's a kind of a ridiculous story. My brother bought this Blazer for $1,500, and the old guy just spent a bunch of money on rebuilding the motor. And he said, I don't know what's wrong with it. Every time I fire it up and it gets warm, it shuts off. Well, and it had an HEI distributor, and the module was bad.
Yeah.
So we bought it, swapped the module out, everything's good. My brother dug it for a while, then I got it. I dug it. We put nitrous on it. It kept up in the shot of nitrous until it blew the carburetor butterflies out, like bent, folded around the rod. And then put a different set of heads on it because I blew the head gaskets. And now it's kind of become a competition. Like, this thing just won't give up, so I don't want to take it out. And it's actually fairly healthy. Like it's we think it's just a 355, but honestly, it's the intake is leaking right now around the back of it, leaking oil out. So I've told myself I'm not going to fix it until I get a blower and a blower intake for a small block and put a blower on this thing, just because the motor deserves to go out in style. You know, I can't just let it just flake out. I got to blow the guts out of the bottom of it, you know?
Hell yeah.
Blow the guts out.
No better way to send her off.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, this old girl has taken it for years now, man. So many shots of nitrous. It's been ridiculous. Up and down the beach, because we go on a big full drive section of beach that we can drive on with the trucks. And, I mean, basically got to, make sure the nitrous is working like every 100 foot.
Hell yeah. I mean, I feel you. You know what? Hey, respect for pulling that thing out and then smoking some 40s.
I tried, man. I tried. It's really hard to hold this thing back. She's a big girl.
Yeah.
You're bringing the heat. That's what the people need, man. We need more burnouts. You know what I mean? We're all social distancing.
Fender well headers, man.
Oh, I love that
Fender
look.
well headers.
Fender well headers. Right there. I love that look.
Almost as American
Let's take a
good mustache going.
Let's take a little sidecar since we got the truck jump master, and watch some stuff. Yeah.
Review.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, was that even a jump? Was that even a jump?
What?
Is it a car at the very top?
Oh, you got to get him out of there.
Hey, Ryan, how much does that hurt right there?
You got to get him out of there. Nobody. All right.
Man, that was bad.
Is that a laser?
Bro.
Oh.
Damn.
I wish I had boats and RVs just laying around my house I can build ramps into.
So sick.
Dude, if I was smart enough to do the screen sharing thing, dude, I did stuff.
Oh my god!
Run that back. Run that one back.
Where did that guy go?
Oh, I was just gonna let that slide.
Hold on.
Looked like somebody might have got hurt.
Later. Where did he jump into?
All time. I love that video.
That's the short one too.
That.
Dude, how crazy is it that boxes work?
Remember we set that up for BJ Baldwin?
Yeah. I was like, what are you guys using those boxes for? Supposed to stop a 7,000-pound truck from crashing into the wall?
For that
Apparently it does.
Indoor jump, we set up boxes against the wall just in case he could stop him.
Oh, here we go.
This is one of my all-time right here. Got the dummy in the boat.
Oh.
Wait, that.
Oh man, that's not good.
Man, that hurt.
Yo, hold on. Pause that real quick, Hurt. Hey, Ryan, you jumped some serious shit in your life. What is the worst type of landing?
Well, when you're in a stock vehicle, dude, it doesn't matter how you land. It's gonna freaking suck. Like, so my dad has a mud park here, and I was the stunt man at this mud park for quite some years, unpaid stunt man at that. And one time I missed, so I would jump like dirt jumps. We'd build like a probably 10-foot tall dirt ramp, and I would land in a camper. And I was using like Suburbans and Broncos and stuff. And I had this capsule cage built that was like had a seat mounted in it and everything. I would cut the roof off and set this capsule down in there where the driver's seat would go, fold it back, weld it down, and I would be in this little capsule. Well, one of the stunts, I used a Bronco, and the jump was a little bit like soft. So I was like, all right, in my head, I got to jump this a little bit harder. And we would set the trailers out like 80 foot. So it was a big ass gap. Like I'd be jumping 100-foot distance. And I overjudged it. And I jumped all the way to flat. We already moved the camper back in a little bit because of the dirt was soft. So I jumped like 110 foot to flat with a stock vehicle. And dude, it rocked my world. Like there was no hit I've ever taken like that. Like it was so painful.
Damn.
You can watch
Someone in the chat said Ryan zacked it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Well, that's the thing is even as much air as you get in your monster truck, those look painful from time to time. Like
that had to hurt.
All right, bro. Yeah, dude.
That hurt real bad.
Yeah.
Dude, it's those hard stops. Oh, there you go.
I like that made it into a full compilation.
I can't take that. That one's too funny to me.
Yeah. It's
pretty good.
Kids getting hurt is pretty funny because kids are basically they bounce back. You know
You
what I mean?
follow that Instagram? There's an Instagram.
Oh, I know. I
Kids
follow.
getting hurt.
The other good, there's also girls getting hurt.
I follow the whole sister company.
And then the other one is bad parenting.
Yeah, bad parenting.
Did you see the guy knock his son out playing the punch out game?
No, I haven't frequented Instagram recently, but I'll have to
Hits
check.
it and just keeps spinning and knocks his kid out. Amazing. Let's see.
Fire up the Nova, Brian.
Get that remote start out. Boop, boop.
Fire up the Audi, but it ain't really that exciting.
I just want to watch tough truck videos.
Yes.
Yeah, let's fire up some tough truck videos.
Hey, dude, search Redneck. I think it's called Redneck Tough Trucks. It's at our park, and they get absolutely nuts, man.
Wait, what's it called?
Ryan, have you been to Redneck Yacht Club?
Yes, I have.
Good of a time as it looks.
Oh, dude. So it's actually had to change names because it was such a good time. Dude, yes, it is. And you are not allowed to go unless you go with me, though.
Hey,
You got room for 5 or 6?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, so search
I think it's from a redneck tough truck racing.
That's an upcoming episode of VHS.
Oh,
we go with Ryan Anderson to Redneck Yacht Club.
Hey,
man, I'm telling you guys.
Let's go.
Which one?
It would be amazing. Yeah, any of them, dude. Like there's a couple of them get super ridiculous.
You go with Busted Knuckles knocking it out of the park.
Yeah,
dude. I think at the top, the top one with that that 2000s extended cab, maybe that one.
I just found one and I realized we can't play.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, it turned into a banana.
Yeah, this is our competition every time we do a show at our park. This is what's going on in between.
So this is your park?
Yeah, dude.
Oh wow, yeah, Jimmy Anderson. Yeah, I'm gonna scrub for.
What would it take to build something like this? These are all pretty much stock trucks.
Yeah, dude. Like honestly, that like Jeep Cherokee like that is the ticket. You buy a little cheesy.
Zach.
That's the gussets. You're ready to rock.
Be on it.
Literally in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah, dude.
That thing's digging.
Yeah, that guy's wild right there.
This is just rallycross.
Yeah, man.
Dude, this guy is laying the law down.
The wood sides, the faux wood sides really does something.
Yeah, dude.
I just want to see the jumps.
The strategy of trying to scratch it.
Yeah, see, this is like real racing, which seems like fun, but what's that like that tough truck stuff where it's just like, dude,
Hucks.
just sending it.
Yeah, I was thinking that was the video. There's one somewhere, but there's plenty of them out there.
We'll have to do some preheating.
Well, when we go out there, we got to do a jumping competition. We got to do the tough truck race. We just got to enter all three.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Oh!
See, here we go.
There it is.
All right, let's watch this whole run.
The Calypso Revenge, dude. Already flat front left.
Man. This is.
I know he's got that Chuck Atkins for sheriff campaigning. That's a tax write-off right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yo. That move, though.
Chuck Atkins is the sheriff of party, and he's showing us right now.
The back cut off of the Cherokee.
Oh, this man.
Yo, wait. Let's take a moment and appreciate the excitement.
What?
That
This guy
bounce.
right here.
Dude, whole crowd on its feet.
Oh. That's what he came for. He came for that moment. He got it.
That thing's got the same suspension setup sick cars got.
And that guy landed it too. It's sick.
He's like, I don't need an extinguisher.
He's laying there for a second. He's like, what just happened?
Henry S. in the chat says, I've never seen a sport where Swoop is like.
And he's back.
Kinda.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, here
This
we go.
This is a race car right here.
The number 10's coming out.
Yeah, he's got to get off that brake. Though.
He got the.
What is that?
Pause that for a second. So Ryan, now talk us through. I've seen you do a nose wheelie. So when you get into that position, what is the right maneuver to try to stay up on those front wheels? Because I think about that every time I see you do it.
I mean, well, this dude's set up, obviously, just go for the panic throttle, keep a pin.
But this dude's setup has radius arms just
dangling.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you got look at the bumper on that thing, dude.
But no, I mean, if you're going to try to get serious on trying to balance that thing, you got to get up on the brakes. And I can guarantee you that thing probably has some really shady disc brakes on it, if that. So he's done, dude. He's already at his best.
Brakes and then balance it, slam it down into reverse, and roll it back.
Yeah, man. You know he's got a column shift too. Just cram that thing.
Everything's hanging off the back of the truck at this point.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's even running the donut sprinkle tires.
That where we needed to be? Next up,
The SpongeMobile. Yo, I like the tire paint.
Yeah. SpongeMobile's looking fresh right now. Sponge, look at the dude's head just bouncing off the steering wheel every Are you ready, kids? On the back?
Let me tell you something.
Hey, he's still going.
Trying to jump a four-door Explorer is a little jump, but man, it is not a smooth ride. There we go, amigo.
That thing looks.
Yo, those whoops are gnarly, man.
Looks like Vinny trying to test out Scumbug for the first time.
A Suzu Amigo, yep.
Yep.
They shouted it out.
Holy DB.
Yo, we need to get that Via Cross in here.
Oh, he knows.
Honestly, we should buy a fleet of Via Crosses.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. A Suzu Amigo is a tough truck.
Bonus points.
That is a Via Cross, basically.
I believe that's the fast time, 31:58 for Jason.
J-Rod Racing.
Jared Freeman.
You know it's going to be bad when they get here.
Yep.
Every time.
Radiator.
Pouring his guts out. Why is this so entertaining? Could somebody explain it? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much air you can get off of such a small. Oh no.
You going for the big one?
He's had oh no.
Oh, buddy.
He's going for the big
This
red.
man's gone crazy.
All the way back.
This is basically
he's ripping freestyle right now.
I like how he was calculated about where he should start. As if he knew.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Got little elk horns up top.
It looks like you really got to get set up for that whoop section, man. You can't come into it crossed up.
If you make it past the first whoops, you have a good shot. Wheel Billy.
Everybody's coming in so tight, man. You know, they need to really get it out wide and straighten out before hitting the whoop section.
Dude, the Isuzus and Toyotas are throwing down hard in tough truck.
This is something I'd like to see live. Honestly, I hope Cletus just fills the Freedom Factory with dirt.
Yep.
And just does this all the time.
We should just fill the Burnout with dirt and do this.
Oh, wow. Well, you brought this up the other day, Zach. They do figure eight bus racing, tractor. They do a bunch of stuff at Irwindale that we can jump in. That we should be jumping in.
Oh, man. That's so brutal. Let's try to find one good send for the road.
You gotta get one.
Hey,
of
I got one
the
right
actual
here.
like the good videos where it's in the section. This one doesn't look like it's got like the mega. You know,
1990 Subaru Royale.
You guys know, I was looking up vehicles.
Here, I got you a video right here. I'm sending you a video right now.
takes out the production crane. Look at that.
That guy's so bummed. My camera.
And for you guys, hey guys, real quick, while everybody's still asking in chat, if you guys are wondering where Cletus at, Cletus came on earlier, but tomorrow we will drop an edit on bonus channel with that segment with Cletus. So make sure you guys turn in tomorrow morning to
up at midnight as an old midnight homage to the
Dude, yes, that's me right here, buddy.
Is that you?
That's you? Second mark, yes. That's our mark.
Wait, what?
Go to the 50.
Say it again.
Mike Trotter, is that his name? Right?
Yeah, Mike Trotter.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he's out of all of it now. He don't play with none of it anymore.
Retired from the game.
Yep. Yeah, he's quit all of it now.
His trucks were nuts, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit, it's Soupy. Yo,
Hang on,
Soupy. Welcome, Soupy. Soupy, you're looking real New York right now.
What's up, Soup?
Soup.
What's up, man? What's up, fellas?
Yo, what's good, man?
Just in time. We're judging some tough truck championships here. And we got our man Ryan Anderson on. I don't know if you can see everybody. If you're on your phone, swipe right, and then you can see everybody that's in the chat.
Ralph Lauren.
What's up, Hurt?
Yo, Soupy, how's Queens doing, man? Seems like New York's kind of crazy right now.
It's not terrible. I'm in the burbs, you know, so it's really in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the city's been hit pretty hard. All the hospitals are like bugging out. They're running out of stuff.
Wild, man. But yo, it's good to see you're there and safe and you're working on stuff, yo. How's the RX-7 coming?
It's right there.
Boom.
Big.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Dan, you know, I got a 1-car garage.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you
Pop the
can't.
hood on that thing.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab it right now. Oh man, where the hell is this thing? There it is. Hang on.
Yo, Noah asks, does Soupy know neutral drop? And the answer is probably.
I'm a spy. We don't call people tokens around here, buddy.
Ooh.
Oh.
There it is.
All right, Soup.
Ah.
Dropped a little spice in it.
Yeah.
Looks broken.
3.
That thing got a cam?
Yeah, it does, man. It's got a little guy.
He's a big cam. You need that hog.
I want to try to keep it somewhat quiet.
Somewhat quiet.
Yeah. Well, let me get it started and going first, man, because this thing has been like it was one of those projects that was supposed to be like 3 weekends, dropping a motor real quick and just, it's been 6 months.
You've been talking all this smack about mine and yours doesn't even run?
It starts, sort of.
That's like runs always, sometimes.
Yeah, always, sometimes it works.
Yo, you should be a lawyer, Soupy. You can fucking play golf in all those holes you put in. That's crazy.
So how's yours coming along, Hurt?
It's in my garage, so that's a step in the right direction, right?
Hey, so can we finish? I wanted to see that the end of that tough trucks. I want to see that.
All right, let's see it.
You got to judge it with us, Soupy.
All right, let's see.
All right, so Ryan, you said go to the 52nd mark.
So far, only like 3.
Wow, man. Well, yo, back to Soupy's garage here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what we got here?
We got more.
Actually got a jet, but it's been fun. I only meant to jump in on for like 10 minutes to talk about Hurt Burnout Machine, which, by the way, Soupy, we probably should let you know you've got to build a Burnout Machine.
Yep.
See you guys
I
later.
got to build a what? A burnout machine?
Yep. Let's get some hip hips in chat for Scotto, guys. Swinging by and hanging out for the last hour and a half. Always going to have Scotto swinging around and drop his bombs on us. Looks like we have a burnout competition in the works with the curator.
I'm in.
Later, Scotto.
Later, man.
So, Soupy, yeah, that's go ahead, Zach.
We gotta put a blown big block in the Oldsmobile. This is fine.
Weld the door shut because it's going to twist so much anyway. So just weld the door shut now because it won't open.
That's what I always think. I think the doors are just going to like stay shut by themselves. I don't think you need to weld them. Just the first time, it's just going to twist and it's going to stay shut.
Just twist it up.
Yeah.
gonna be a pretzel.
Hey Ryan, did you say you had a video?
No, it was that one actually.
Oh, gotcha.
That, we just watched. Yeah.
Gotcha. Boys, Zach
I think it's that time, huh?
I think it's that time, boys.
Time to
Soupy,
think,
we do need to catch up with you more, Soupy, because we want to do some tech tips with Soupy eventually, where you can show us around the garage, or maybe even a segment where how does Soupy improvise? You know, so one of my favorite moments from Build and Battle is you using a jack handle to make some parts for the 350Z.
You know, everybody's out over here trying to collect toilet paper. I made sure my welders had gas and materials so I can make stuff just in case.
That's
Dude,
good.
yeah, we were the MacGyver fabricating right here. Is obviously you guys know Soupy from Build and Battle, legend. Boys,
cool. It has been awesome.
It's been awesome, Soupy. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We got to give one more shout out to Falcon Tire. Why not? Wrap it up, guys. Once again, the stream came together, helped put together by our dudes over at Falcon Tire. Make sure you guys, once again, check them out on Instagram. Heard dropped on what you need to spam. Hopefully you guys remember that. Without those guys, we wouldn't be here. So shout out to Falcon Tire, you guys. Appreciate that. And then for us, sounds like we'll be back tomorrow.
All right, fellas.
Hey, Soupy, thanks for joining. Ryan, thank you for joining us.
Later, dude.
Of course,
I'll see you guys later.
Thank you to all you guys for watching this. We wouldn't be nothing without you. So we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later, chat.
See you, chat. Let's get some hip hips as we sign out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hip hip.
Hip hip.